The American Dragon, HB Shizzle. Which one is better? It's Daniel Bryan. Welcome to the TPA podcast. Whoa, it's Daniel Bryan. But yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. It actually is Daniel Bryan. If we go by the entire career, we're not even talking about his Ring of Honor in any career. Daniel Bryan is killing Shawn Michaels, bro. You can debate me with it, but you will know that you will be wrong.
I was either going to say that or the American Dragon and the original Total Diva. It's that part.
Well, I mean, we'll get to it, but yeah, like it's like something Cliff, you started this, and now everyone is
like. I just said it just.
I mean, if there's anyone to be better than Shawn Michaels, wouldn't it be someone he quote unquote trained?
Quote unquote trained. Quote unquote trained him. He was in that fucking class for maybe 2 days.
And then the drugs happened.
And then, the drugs always happen. But yeah, I mean, and dude, because I just tweeted it out of the blue just because I felt like it, and all of a sudden it blew up, and now everyone else is talking about it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Look at the firestorm you have started, you fool.
Oh, I love it. Watch the world burn. It's beautiful. But yeah.
Was it? And quick question: was it just me, or did everyone's Twitter just absolutely shit on themselves?
Yeah, that's not just you. Yeah. That wasn't just you.
Bro, I swear, I thought that Tommy Lawrence somehow got my Twitter deleted again.
Dude,
and I thought to myself, this rusty, raggedy bitch, how dare?
And then Twitter being like, miss us?
Did you see the video about the dude at the bagel place?
Oh, yes! You talking about the short dude who blew a stack and then got tackled?
You are not God. You are not God or my father or my boss.
Dude, you can tell that little man has had so much rejection, and he's just projecting on everyone else.
Someone's like, hey there, buddy. What do you call me buddy for? What are you saying buddy because I'm short? Because I look like a kid? What the fuck? You want to fight?
And that's the thing. He has a YouTube video where he does this everywhere he goes.
Enzo, go get your dad.
Dude, honestly, that man reminded me of the father from King of the Hill. I was like, what the fuck is Scott Neal doing in a bagel pause arguing with people? Shouldn't you be arguing about Nazis somewhere?
He probably is. He's just not on camera. But yeah, that was fun. He's a goddamn celebrity now. He's already on a fucking news station.
Oh, this fucking society.
We're really dude, come on now. Is this like the remember the guy who run to all the news reporters saying grab him by the pussy?
Yeah,
he's the new guy.
Dude, we live in a society where the girl from Dr. Phil that said "Catch Me Outside" is a rapper, and it's mad that people don't listen to her and says that people don't listen to her because quote unquote because she's white.
I forgot that existed.
No. The reason why she's able to be successful in the rap industry is because she's white.
Exactly. You got the right reason, but you have the wrong. Your solution is the answer to the wrong question.
She don't even write her own rap, so shut the fuck up.
Dude, I've heard her songs. She is trash.
Right.
I mean, are we surprised? Did you go in expecting anything less or more?
No. And we wonder why other intelligent life forms do not come to this planet. It's like they tried coming here once, and they just looked at us as like, wow. Y'all fucking idiots. Hey, man, let's never come back here again.
So the election is coming up, and I think we need to start a hashtag Democracy 2020. I think
it's something. Dude, humanity must be stopped.
Democracy 2020, but especially America. So have him run for president.
Yeah, sure, Democracy.
America is the epicenter of all the bullshit. And it really is. But before that, for once I asked for some Q&A questions, and you awesome fucking sexy people actually gave me questions this time, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you guys. Dominique especially gave me 3. I'm not going to waste any time, so let me get right into it. First question, I'm going to just read the first 3 from Dominique. First one he had was, let's see here. Do you think Becky's being hindered by the lack of talent built on Raw Women's Division? If so, how would you improve it up to SummerSlam? Easy. Yes, she has been hindered by the lack of talent. How do you improve it? Sasha Banks. Boom.
Which more likely will be coming back after Extreme Rules to set up SummerSlam.
I won't say that she's not as hot like she was when she was feuding with Ronda.
Right.
But she's still hot
She's
with
still
the
white
fans.
hot though.
Like she's still over. She's not white hot, she's red hot.
Would she be white? Would she be hotter if there was a great division around her and she had an intriguing storyline? Yes, but
would she be hot if she's not feuding with the same person for 3 months and the green talent in Lacey Evans? Yeah.
Wait, time out. Asia, do you mean to tell me they've been feuding for 3 months?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. April, May, June, July.
Oh, jeez.
3 months, dude.
Which, granted, the whole thing about Becky being hindered is you can make an argument for that, but also the caveat to that, though, was Becky herself makes stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in a way, while she would benefit from a deeper division, even the women they have right now, she's fine because she can make those stars that aren't ready yet.
Yeah, because Lacey Evans, let's be real, Lacey Evans, like after this feud, is going to be probably a main staple in the division for years to come.
I mean, she's going to be a staple for the division regardless of Becky Lynch because her character.
But the best performance she's had has been with Becky Lynch, so it's like, yeah, she's making it look good.
Her character, her mic work. I mean, she's questionable in the ring, but give her time. She's not bad. She's just going to make mistakes over time, and she's going to learn and get better, and she's going to be one of the biggest stars in the company. I'm pretty sure she's going to eclipse Charlotte in a couple of years' time. But Charlotte, Becky has made stars. Like, she made Alexa Bliss. Let's be real. She did.
She definitely did. Come on now. That was Alexa Bliss's best feud. It's the one that made her look the best.
She somehow managed to make Ronda semi-interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I mean, yeah. The most interesting about Ronda Rousey was that how is she going to get burned by Becky Lynch, basically.
Which to the point where she worked herself into a shoot. I will still never let that fool live that down. You got worked into a shoot. You damn fool.
So yeah, so we got that. Anything else you guys wanted to say on that, or you want me to get to the next question?
Nah, I'm kind of gonna piggyback on you on that one.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has a lot to do with that first question. With the right build and storytelling, could it be possible for Becky versus Sasha to be the female equivalent of Rock versus Austin for the main event of WrestleMania 36?
Yes.
If there ever is going to be a Rock Austin,
especially if you turn Sasha Banks heel.
That's exactly it. If you turn Sasha Banks heel, you have your. I mean, I don't like comparing, but like if Becky Lynch is the Stone Cold, heel Sasha Banks is the Rock, right there.
I mean, when you practically have Sasha Banks right now going to fucking Japan, training with Meiko Satomura and Joshi Talent, and it's like she's
Asia, you need to remember, she's also there abusing Japanese children. Yes.
Yes.
Because fuck them kids.
It's like she's already one of the best women's wrestlers in the world, and she's now wanting to go and try another style in wrestling to improve and say that yes, she is the best, regardless who's in that NXT women's division or the main roster women's division. She gave all y'all female faves time to improve and step up and take the crown and say they're gonna be better than her. And now she's over in Japan training with Meiko Satomura. And she's gonna come back even stronger than ever.
Sasha Banks, like, here's the thing, like, people can be really great for a while, but if you don't evolve, if you don't change, you're gonna go behind the times. I mean, look at Dolph Ziggler.
You're complacent, in my opinion. Even when you're the best, you have to step up and be better than
because there
you
was a time where
we
could say, there was a time in 2012 we could say Dolph Ziggler was one of the best, but he's kept that same style for 7 years now.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but let me just say this. Oh no, Asia, go ahead. Go ahead.
What I was going to say is even when you're the best, you have to outdo yourself every single time, because there could be someone like even a jobber that's performing, that's in like a jobbing status, they could eclipse you, and then they could be the hottest thing in the company.
Exactly. You never know. You have to keep your guard up at all times, especially when you're Becky Lynch right now. When you're the top star of the company, you have to keep, like that's when it gets hard. That's when it actually gets hard.
Which, just to jump on the Stone Cold Rock feud comparison, even before her training with Mako, Sasha, I think we can all agree, Sasha was better than The Rock in the ring. So she's even better now. So in a lot of ways, it's going to be an even better version of Rock Austin between Becky and Sasha.
My thing is when we talk about
only...
Rock. No, let me see. When we talk about Rock Austin, we're obviously talking about who the biggest stars in the company were. And right now in the women's division, Becky and Sasha are the two biggest stars in the company.
No, not only that, Sasha's coming off of like all these dirt sheets saying what happened. She's a complainer. She's a crybaby. She's a quitter.
She got them talking.
She
has
left
them talking.
She's
because of the
honestly
women's
become a
tag
bigger
title.
star.
She left because of Alexa Bliss. All that. So she got all this,
you can
all
argue
this speculation and fuel behind her, and it's like she has nothing to lose at this point.
You can argue that Sasha Banks in this time off has become a bigger star than she ever has been. By just staying quiet. Which is saying a lot. And like when Sasha comes back, she's going to be the talk of the women's division against the top face of the women's division. So yeah, that's your Rock Austin if you want a female equivalent. I don't like comparing because hey, but I think that is a valid thing you could say. When it comes to the two biggest stars of the women's division, it's Sasha and Becky, bar none. And if they killed at WrestleMania 36, like main event right there, boom, easy. All right, and then let's see. Anything else you guys want to say about the Austin Rock thing, or want to move on?
I was just honestly going to say about what Asia was talking about, the whole like when you're the best, you even when you're the best, you have to evolve your have to change your styles up. That's honestly one of the main reasons why we call Daniel Bryan the best and the real best in the world, because that's what he's done.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like think about it. Daniel Bryan can't really do the suicide dives no more because he always landed on his head. So what does he do? Changes everything up, and now he's back to his technician god stuff that he was doing back at Ring of Honor.
Daniel Bryan was not that hot when he first came back.
He wasn't, and he realized that, and he went to Vince and was like, "Hey, yo, I'm not getting the reactions I used to get. I need you to turn me heel."
Like something needs to change, and it's been the best thing for his career.
So yeah.
Next, what active championship in pro wrestling would you deactivate or kill off? I honestly don't see a point in ROH 6-man belts. So, and honestly, well, here's my answer: every ROH title, just cancel them. They don't fucking matter.
The IWGP 6-man junior tag titles.
The never open weight.
Wait, did juniors have a 6-man title?
Or the freaking never open weight 6-man tag titles.
Yeah, those. Those.
I got one. Since they haven't been defended since WrestleMania.
Let me wait. Let me guess. You're about to say the women's tag titles, aren't you?
The women's tag titles.
Wow. And here's the thing, I had a feeling you were going to say that too. I was going to say that, but you took it from me.
Oh, dude, that leads into my next question from Anime Gamer. My question is, how do you think the women's tag division should have been booked? And I'm gonna let Asia start this one.
Let me take this.
You can take this one.
Well, people, you don't put the belts on a jobber team that has no credibility and have them at fucking WrestleMania. That's number one. You keep the belts on the most credible team that has chemistry, that can actually work and put on good matches, and Sasha Banks and Bayley. You have them show up in NXT and even defend the belts against Sky Pirates or against the Ponies, or even if you want to against Vanessa Bourne and Aliyah. You carry them all the way to eventually SummerSlam, in which they face possibly Trish Aliyah or even the Bellas. Well, then again, the Bellas. But have them show up to NXT UK if you want to. Let them have a strong, credible reign as champions, and then if you want to, drop the belts to the Iconics or even Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Let them have like a 3 or 4 month period with the belts and build more teams. Because look at right now, look at the women's tag division right now. You have barely any teams besides Iconics and Kabuki Warriors. And Mandy Rose and Sonya. That's pretty much all your teams right now. That's 3. And in NXT, they're not even helping the division right now because you only have Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne, the highest. And maybe the ponies. But the ponies are too busy with Shayna, so I don't even count them right now. So you only have that much. They split up every other team, and then some of the teams that were together they got injured. Ruby Riott, she got injured, and then they split up Riot Squad. And then they split up Carmella and Naomi. Then it's like, and then you got the belts on the most least credible team who aren't good workers, but they've been in the business for 10 plus years. But yet they're funny, so that's why people want them having the belts. But yet y'all surprised that they're losing every fucking week and that they're not on the fucking pay-per-views.
Again, you want comedy wrestling? Look up my boy Toriano.
Y'all surprised. I told y'all fucking hoes this. When I tweeted, well, that women's tag team division is dead the minute they fucking won those belts. And now all y'all like, oh my God, why they keep losing? I'm like, are y'all really surprised that
I'll tell you this shit.
Are y'all surprised that a jobbing team is not picking up wins with these belts barely had any credibility? And y'all expect these new belts to give them credibility and make them win. And then y'all want to cry because it was supposed to be Bellas versus the Iconics. I mean, the promos would have been I mean, the Bellas not even that good with the promos, and you got the Iconics that want to. I mean, the Iconics not that good on the mic. They're funny, they're comedy, but let's be real, shouting, like being like annoying, shouting is not good on the mic.
The fact that we went from being so hyped for a women's tag team division and the women's tag titles to talking about the tag titles being deactivated is really
like what? This is within 4 months. This is within like what? How many months?
Let's see. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 7
fucking months. Well, no, because
and honestly, it just solidifies what I've been saying all along. Vince only made these a thing to shut Sasha and Bayley up.
But Sasha and Bayley aren't a real team.
Oh,
you see what happens when you use that fucking argument? You see what happens and then you put the belt on a joke? On jokes.
Here's some counter arguments to that. Cesaro and Sheamus were in the team.
No,
Aleister Black and Ricochet won the team. Black Flag won the team.
I got one.
Argument.
Traveris, I got one. I got one. Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero weren't a team.
Yes, the kings of freaking wrestling weren't a real tag team. Fam, your argument is irrelevant and invalid.
Do you even know wrestling? Half the teams in the Elimination Chamber weren't real teams.
Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit.
One of the GOAT teams back in the SmackDown 6. And they were literally just put together because both dudes wouldn't stop hitting each other to go after the world title.
And that's a problem in today's wrestling right now. People want their faves to win, and I understand that, but you need to know what's best for the division. It's not about what you want to win, it's about who should win. And Sasha and Bayley should have won at WrestleMania. And if the plan was not for them to retain, period, you should have just had anyone but the Iconics to win. Because now look, now they're losing every fucking week. Most of the time they're not even on fucking TV, and now they're not even on the pay-per-view. They're not even going to be on Extreme Rules. They're going to be on Watch Along.
Like to piggyback off what you said about people wanting their favorites to win. Here's the thing. I want Drew to be Universal Champion, but even I will tell you, Drew has no credibility to be Universal Champion right now. Look at what Drew's been doing. He's been hanging around Shane McMahon all this time. I love Drew Galloway and all, but if you take the belt off Seth Rollins right now and put it on Drew Galloway, I'm just gonna be like, okay, cool, but what exactly did Drew do to get the title? I get it. Drew's tall, he's menacing, but what did he do?
And then compare how if all the teams wanted to face Sasha and Bayley when Sasha and Bayley won the belts to now. No team is challenging the Iconics besides Kabuki Warriors. No one on social media is challenging them. What does that say about them?
Now people forget that
because I can see this right now because everyone lost interest. It wasn't the fact that they wanted the titles; they wanted to face Sasha and Bayley. And when Sasha and Bayley lost the belts, there went the interest. It's like, oh, well, you guys will be easy for me to beat. I don't want it to be easy. I want to face the best team out there. That ain't y'all. So I got no interest. So I'm gonna just go and do my own thing.
Maybe if the Kabuki Warriors win, and maybe that'll rekindle interest. But even then,
you gotta build some teams now. You have to build some teams.
And which go
have Kabuki Warriors win those belts off of this jobbing trash of an act called the Iconics, and have them have a strong reign. Eventually, maybe drop it to Mandy and Sonya if you don't want to break them up, or drop it to Asuka and Nikki Cross if you don't want to break that team up.
You mean Alexa and Nikki Cross?
Yeah, Alexa and Nikki Cross, and then build some teams up in the meantime.
Yeah,
here's how I would have done it. Simply don't have Sasha and Bayley lose until you call up Sky Pirates and have them beat Sasha and Bayley at SummerSlam.
We were so close to having the match of the fucking year with those two.
Or you could have had them take it off Sasha and Bayley at TakeOver San Jose.
That's what I was thinking.
San Jose, but you moved it to Connecticut.
I mean, I wouldn't have them drop it to them because I would have had it as Sasha and Bayley retain, and then Io turns heel on Kyrie.
No, see, here's the thing. I have that same idea, but different people. I would have had Sasha and Bayley lose and had Sasha turn on Bayley.
Ooh. Right.
And that would have set up that feud because in the meantime, I would have put both Sasha and before then, I would have had Sasha and Bayley in the Money in the Bank ladder match, have Sasha about to win, but Bayley ends up winning, and then have that fester with Sasha, and that they lose the tag titles and have that beat moment where Sasha snaps, and she beats Bayley up. And then after that, somewhere down the line, you have Bayley cash in and win the SmackDown Women's Champion, and have Sasha go after the SmackDown Women's title.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. It's just I don't know. Now we can't do the Sasha Bayley feud because I feel like that's just too obvious.
No, mainly because Sasha's on Raw.
Right.
No, don't do it anytime soon. Not now. Don't do
Save
it
it for
now.
Mania, man. Save it for Mania.
Or have them do it at Survivor Series if you have Sasha beat Becky for the title. Don't have that done at Survivor Series.
Yeah, maybe save the rematch. Save the rematch for Sasha Becky for WrestleMania, where Becky gets her win back.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just gonna say the fact that we're talking about the tag team titles, the women's tag team titles being deactivated is depressing.
It is, and it just enforces to me that Vince only made these a thing to shut Sasha and Bayley up.
But in all seriousness, though, every Ring of Honor title needs to be deactivated.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, y'all want this.
Oh, guys, I gotta tell you guys. Speaking of titles, I'm sorry, but speaking of titles, I have to tell you a story because I noticed this. I pointed it out to Asia. Matt Taven's Ring of Honor World Title still has Jay Lethal's name on it.
It does.
It's been 3 or 4 months.
It's been since April, man.
It's been 3 months.
Fam.
That's embarrassing.
And this is the guy y'all had poor Jeff Cobb put over.
He's literally
9 minutes.
He's literally just warming it up for fucking Jay Lethal or whoever the fuck else.
Either Jay Lethal or freaking Alex Shelley.
Ooh,
yep,
that'd be cool with that.
Yeah, Alex Shelley came out of retirement.
That's awesome, actually. Holy shit! I thought he was retired too. I guess he came back. All right.
Yeah, he was retired, but he came out of retirement recently, and it looks like he's going after the Ring of Honor title. He's
like, damn it! I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to go back to wrestling, but I can't take this. Matt Taven, no.
He's like, no. That's what we're not gonna do out here.
All right, last question, and this will be a little bit better, or I mean, for me at least, than the women's tag team division. Thoughts on the AEW's women's division? For now, I'm liking it.
Yeah, it's pretty solid for now.
I mean, okay, so they have Sadie Gibbs, they have Kylie Ray, but I mean, we don't know what's going on with her.
I'm hearing that she's injured. So.
Okay.
They have Aja Kong.
Awesome Kong.
Aja Kong, she got knee surgery, so
Oh damn!
Oh
Word.
no.
She's not gonna be out for long from what I'm hearing. Like she's gonna be out till like August.
Oh, because I need that Asuka versus Awesome Kong match. I need that in my life.
So
Please.
Before
No,
Also-
I need Asuka Kong, Nyla Rose, and Awesome Kong. Triple threat, baby.
yeah.
1 second.
Then-
Yeah, before
then you have
we
Asuka.
continue with the questions, the other questions came from someone named This Is a Wrestling Account, and then Anime Gamer. So thank you guys for the question.
So then we have Awesome Kong, who she could bring in like Glow promotion.
Yep.
Then you have Nyla Rose, Riho.
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, there you go. You can
Who's
find it
the
back.
other one? So yeah, you have your Joshi talent. Then you have Leva Bates, Allie, and Brandy Rhodes.
Bro, this division looks solid. Bro, they introduced the women's title and they immediately put it on Brandon Rose. That division is gone.
It's obsolete. Yeah, your great
I
division
think
is obsolete when
they
you put the belt on Randy.
The star power is Awesome Kong, but I think they need another big name.
I mean, Aja Kong.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, for hardcore wrestling fans, Aja Kong is a huge name.
Exactly.
I think they need another star power big name.
Yeah, for like those people who aren't the hardcores and don't really know who Asuka Kong is.
It might be Tennille.
Maybe
they bring in Tennille. I don't know. Maybe it might be Allie, but even I wouldn't know about that, honestly.
I mean, maybe because she was already on one of their shows. I mean, I know it's appealing to the hardcores, but like maybe bring in Emi Sakura because she was on the previous show.
Yeah, probably.
Speaking of women, but yeah, I think that was it. Let me check. But if that's it, thank you guys so much. And since we're done with that, and we were talking about women's wrestling, according to someone in this chat, watched a women's wrestling show.
Wait, that was it for all the questions?
Wait, no, I got one. From 34 minutes ago. This is a recent one. Who would you like to see become WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in the future? The Kabuki Warriors.
Fire and Desire. Mandy and Sonya.
You said Mandy and Sonya?
For me, yeah.
Kabuki Warriors as of like the near future, like next couple of weeks. And then I want you to pair.
If we get Team Bay,
I would say Kabuki Warriors and then Fire and Desire.
Yeah.
Hear me out. During their feud, Becky and Sasha are forced to become a tag team, and Team Bay wins the tag team.
So you want Sasha and Becky to go full Cesaro and Sheamus in this?
Sasha and Becky.
Or like a Benoit Angle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I think I got it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Put together Xylee and Case Cazo. Put them two together.
Sure.
See, that's a small problem with that because ain't Casey Catanzaro teaming up with Lacey Lane?
It's not established.
It ain't okay. It ain't official. Okay.
I think I prefer Lacey and Casey. That would be fucking awesome.
And my answer: anybody but the Iconics at this point.
Nia and Tamina.
Bro, at this point, I'd even take Nia and Tamina.
Oh my god.
Will Nia out on a wheelchair. And
at least Nia and Tamina could at least get some heat. The Iconics can't even do that.
Exactly. Like, bro, at least they'll get some heat out of here. Yo, all the Iconics do is get straight up silence.
The only time the Iconics will ever get heat is if they were feuding with the Bellas and they were slut shaming them.
Not even the Crickets want to deal with the Iconics.
That's what even the Crickets were like, you know what? This is a waste of my time.
Oh, man. But yeah, now that was it. If I missed any, let me know in the comments or in the chat. Thank you guys so much. But it is time, since we were talking about women's wrestling, for our boy Brandon Bass to get going. It is your time. Don't fuck it up.
So I watched Wrestle Queendom a total of about 3 times. I wasn't able to do my review last week. I wasn't available. But you got it this week.
Fucking family.
So Wrestle Queendom opens up with you, that's YUU, versus Nightshade. The best way I could describe this match is a brutal hoss fight. Like Dan Reed had a great line in commentary about this match. If you like your wrestling technical, this is not the match for you. This match was what would happen if this match is basically what would happen if Awesome Kong, Aja Kong, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of another. Awesome Kong, Aja Kong, Nia Jax, Stan Hansen. This match was just forearms and body slams and stiff punches. This match was just. It was a very kind of old school like powerhouse match.
The match hurt to watch.
You is actually a judoka, and you actually is I think a black belt in judo. She ends up using like her throws and whatnot to like take Nightshade off her feet. She ends up.
Brandon, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Does she do a judo chop, and does she yell out judo chop when she does it?
No.
Oh,
I know. She ends up winning with a top rope Yoshitonic.
Oh, Jesus, that could break a neck.
Fun times. So the next match we get to.
Why do wrestlers hate necks?
Ask Kota Ibushi. I don't know.
That's the universal question. So the next.
Dude, I'm sorry, Brandon. I hate to interrupt. We're fact about the Ibushi Kenta match. There was no neck bump.
I mean, I'm sure I'm sure Ibushi did some neck bumps, but they weren't like on the apron.
Nope. Wasn't a neck bump. Not a neck bump to be seen. Although Ibushi's ankle got fucked
Did he get
up.
suplexed on his head at one point?
Yes.
I thought he did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't nearly as bad as an ankle match, but yeah.
Yeah.
So the next match we get is a non-canon Stardom showcase. It is Mayu Iwatani versus your girl Kagetsu.
Yes.
With Jamie Hayter and Martina representing Oedo Tai.
I need to watch this match like yesterday.
This match.
Wait, this is the second match on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck! This is only the second.
Man,
match.
what the fuck was the main event?
Kayla Ray versus Viper was the main event. But yeah. So Mayu versus Kagetsu. This match was. If you've ever watched Stardom, you're familiar with how their matches go. If
you watched Stardom, you already know.
You know how Oedo Tai gets down.
First vicious. It starts off with a vicious collar elbow tie up. They are training holds. At one point, Kagetsu gets like this like arm bar, like neck crank. She basically has Mayu's arm, and she's working in like a wrist lock, and she has her legs wrapped around both Mayu's head and her other arm, and she's basically got her in like a wrist lock position. That looks really good. And then it divulges into just a series of strikes. At one point, Mayu hits a sick German suplex for a 2 count. It ends up Kagetsu puts Mayu through the ropes, and Jamie and Martina like choke her on the ropes. The refs being oblivious because they're operating under Stardom rules. I guess like it's a thing in Stardom where it's like if the team doesn't get involved on the inside of the ring, it doesn't really count as a DQ. So there's that, and then there's more strikes. Kagetsu gets her like main like Samoan driver like finisher on her twice for a 2 count. The match has a 15-minute time limit, so she ends up getting this Samoan driver again. The time limit draw, which is 15 minutes, ends up expiring. Mayu wins, or no, Mayu doesn't win. It's a draw.
I was about to say, wait, how do you win when the time runs out unless you're a champion?
It's a draw. It was a draw. overall, it was a really solid showcase. Match number 3. Oh boy.
Oh, the way you just said that, I feel like this is going to be the stinker of the show, isn't it?
No. I'm exasperated because match number 3 was insane. The grudge match between Jordynne Grace and Laura DiMatteo.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, this one. Oh, this one I heard about.
If you guys don't know, Laura had beaten Jordynne in a Pro Wrestling Eve international title tournament. It was a fatal 4-way in the finals. Laura had beaten Jordynne with her like octopus hold armbar looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Laura in the subsequent weeks leading up to Queendom was saying like she was listing off like what she's going to do in E for 2019, and she listed off all the people she beat because at one point she had a year-long undefeated streak. She mentions Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace comes out all miffed. She says, "What makes you think you can beat me twice?"
And Laura, like, wait, what makes you think you can beat me once?
That line is the best thing. So this
that's the best comeback ever, fam. He's like, what makes you think you can beat me twice? Bitch, what makes you think you can beat me once?
So Laura's gear was on fleek, was on point, on fleek. Like she came out in like this gold. She came out in like this gold.
The fact that you just said on fleek is just it's adorable.
She came out wearing like a gold top and bottoms. She wore her jacket that had the Italian flag and LGBT flag on the front with the Italian flag on the back. Jordynne comes out. She gets on the apron, getting ready to go into the ring. Laura says, "Screw that!" Drop kicks Jordynne, and then does a suicide dive. She throws Jordynne back into the ring, hits a drop kick on Jordynne, and then it ends. And then she starts pummeling Jordynne. Laura pummels Jordynne into the corner multiple times. It ends up where Jordynne grabs Laura, throws her into the corner, starts like doing like vicious forearms to her. She ends up throwing her outside the ring, and Laura ends up trying to rope walk. Jordynne grabs her, power bombs her on the apron, and then she ends up trying to pile drive her on the apron. That doesn't work. So then they're brawling. They're brawling for a few more minutes, and Laura ends up trying to get her octopus hold on Jordynne a couple times. Jordynne's able to reverse, and then this is the point where I felt my heart stop for a second, because Jordynne throws Laura into the ropes. Jordynne comes off of it, tries to do a Hurricane Rana. Laura comes off of it, trying to do a Hurricane Rana. Jordynne counters and pile drives Laura, like spikes her. Basically, think of it as like a tilt-a-whirl pile driver, essentially.
Oh.
And
jeez.
So she tries.
Why do wrestlers hate necks?
And then she ends up trying to go for her, and then I can't remember what Jordynne's finish is.
It's the half Nelson drop.
Right.
She
tries to go for the pump handle. Laura gets out of that, picks Jordynne up. Tombstone pile drives her. Why do wrestlers hate necks? And then she ends up getting the octopus hold, and she is stomping on Jordynne's head. And Jordynne taps out.
The second time, Laura DiMatteo defeats Jordynne Grace.
Laura DiMatteo is 2-0 against Jordynne Grace.
Damn, Jordynne.
Then
you got your number, Jordynne.
Mm-hmm. Jordynne out here taking these L's.
Then we get
on Twitter.
Asia, you were talking about how you wanted the WWE Women's Tag Team titles to get deactivated. Well, the next match we got on Queendom was a tag team triple threat for the Pro Wrestling Eve Tag Team Championships. It was the team of Russell Friends, Jetta, and Aaron Angel versus the Medusa Complex, Millie McKenzie and Charlie Evans, and the Diamond Vogue Collective, Ginny and Mercedes Blaze.
Beautiful.
This match actually had a lot of good sequences between all three teams. At one point, Mercedes hits these insane running double knees to Jetta. At one point, Millie gets a German to Aaron in the corner, so basically spikes Aaron on her head.
Wrestlers hate neck and
yeah. And then Ginny ends up getting the Rainmaker on Aaron for a 2 count.
Yo, man, everybody out here is stealing my man Okada's move, bro. I'm starting to get upset about that. I'm starting to get low-key upset about that.
Well, at least name it something different. At least Jimmy Havoc. He calls it the Acid Rainmaker.
I swear.
Well, that's the thing. Jenny was trained by Jimmy.
That's
yeah, but the thing, like my thing is Jenny hasn't changed it or nothing. Like she just calls it the Rainmaker, and she's just like, it's the Rainmaker. Jimmy's like, bro, at least I put acid in front of it. You want to get him sued by Okada?
So the match ends with Aaron hitting a crossbody onto Ginny. Jetta gets the last chancery in on Mercedes. Mercedes Blaze taps out, and Jetta and Aaron Angel are your first ever Pro Wrestling Eve Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
Then we get the match everybody was talking about coming out of Queendom. Su Yung versus Session Goth in a death match.
Oh, Nelly. Please remind the people of Session Moth Martina. For those who don't know, who her new gimmick of Goth Martina.
Okay, so if you get Session Moth, if you guys don't know what the term means, it's a term from Ireland. Shouts out to my boy Lee Clark on that. He's the one who actually explained this to me. So Session Moth is a term for a woman who likes to party, likes to drink, and likes to sleep with people.
Yeah.
In no uncertain.
Okay, I didn't know that last part.
Mm-hmm. And so Martina's gimmick, as you can guess, is she drinks beer. She does like a little EDM rave entrance.
She gives lap dances to people.
She grunts on people, yes.
Speaking of lap dances, I'll get to that after Brandon finishes talking about Wrestle Queen.
Okay.
But there's actually 2 other sides to
No, Cliff, it doesn't involve me, and it involves Cage. So.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, go on.
There are actually 2 other sides to Martina. You have Oedo Tai Moth, which is Martina representing Oedo Tai, and then Session Goth, which is the darker, more sadistic side of Martina. Su Yung had basically beaten Martina in a match leading up to Queendom and tried to kidnap her, like tied her up with rope and took her out in the woods. Martina escaped, and then it was
Fam, what is it with wrestlers kidnapping people? First you hate, next now you out here kidnapping people. Eventually we're gonna get to murder. Oh.
No, it's okay. Lucha Underground is canceled.
No, I was talking about Su Yung murdering Alley.
Oh.
I'm too late. We've crossed the threshold already.
So yeah, we get Martina versus Su Yung in the death match, and like first 30 seconds, Martina throws Su Yung to the outside, tries to go for a suicide dive. Su grabs a baking sheet, smacks Martina square in the face with it, and within like 30 seconds of the match, Martina's bleeding.
Oh, jeez! We got blood in this match? Where can I find this?
Pro Eve on demand, dude. Pivot chair.
Oh man, I'm too cheap for that shit.
It is a death match, dude. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's blood.
Look, I need free things. I may be rich, but I'm frugal with my money. I need free stuff, not stuff that costs me money.
I know. So this match is just a straight up brawl. At one, Martina and Sue are basically brawling on the outside for a good chunk of this match. Martina ends up grabbing a staple gun, staples Soo Young's back multiple times, and it's just beating her up on the outside. At one point, Sue gets the staple gun, puts it on the wound she opened up on Martina's forehead, staples that wound. And this is the part where the match gets insane. So, and when I mean insane, this is the part where the match gets kind of dumb and insane. So Martina and Sue were up on the ramp, or up in the entrance ramp. Martina goes to the back, grabs 2 chairs. She sets them across from each other. Martina and Sue both have chairs. They set them across from each other like they're going to sit next to each other, facing each other. They both have beer cans in their hands. They don't have the beer cans. They do a little like clink, and you think that they're going to try to outdrink each other. No, Martina takes her beer can, hits Sue in the head, and it's just them trying to swing with chairs. They end up knocking each other out because neither one of them can like get the chair shot in, so the reverb causes them to knock each other down. They're out, and I don't understand why they did this, but a guy in a giant baby costume comes out.
What?
Okay,
so now this is just gone full retard, huh?
Pretty much. So
go on.
So the giant baby puts baby teeth on the entranceway.
As you do.
And then it's explained that Martina in kayfabe has like 158 kids or something because she's a moth.
I'm done.
No, I'm out.
No.
So
have fun, Brandon.
So this baby puts it's like baby teeth on the entranceway to represent like thumbtacks.
Why not just get actual goddamn thumbtacks?
I'm just so dumb.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh shit, it's both.
So Martina suplexes Sue onto the baby teeth.
That was an actual sentence you just said.
And then she gets her back in the ring. They end up brawling again. Sue hits Martina with another baking sheet. That's twice now. And then Sue grabs a ladder. They throw each other into that for a bit, and then Soo Young gets a door. Leans that into the corner, ends up putting Martina through that with a Death Valley driver, and then the brides come out. The Sue's bride horde she comes out with.
Yeah.
They end up coming out. They end up setting up a table on the outside. And at this point, Martina already got the thumbtacks out. She already did the crucifix bomb. She tries to pin her. The table's on the outside. So Sue grabs Martina, tries to put her through the table on the outside. Martina tries to put Sue through the table. It ends up, Sue ends up suplexing Martina through the table, tries to get her back in the ring, gets her back in the ring. She gets a total of about 4 or 5 chairs near the thumbtacks. Sets like 6 or 7 chairs up. I'm trying to remember how many. I think it was like 6 or 7 chairs. Ends up superplexing her from the top rope onto the chairs into the thumbtacks. Ends up getting the panic switch off, and Soo Young beats Martina.
Just writing all this down.
Oh boy,
it's a lot.
Go on.
And then we get to the saddest part of Pro Wrestling Eve.
Oh boy.
The baby teeth wasn't the saddest part?
Dude, you know what it is. Don't pretend you don't.
Oh no.
We get Emily Reed introduced talking about just talking about Pro Wrestling Eve and how awesome that match was. And then she says she would like to introduce somebody. The first ever winner of the She Won and one in the main event of the first ever Wrestle Queendom, Charlie Morgan. Charlie comes out to a great ovation, by the way. She comes out and people and when I say she's beloved, I mean like she is beloved. Like the pop couldn't have been any louder. And she basically grabs the mic and she says, she's happy that she could be a part of Queendom, even if it's just a small part. She says a lot of people were asking her, like, hey, when are you coming back? Can you give us an update, Charlie? When are you coming back? She basically says it turns out that the ankle injury that she thought wasn't so bad, it was actually worse than what it was. She ends up kind of like trying to spin it in a positive light. Apparently, while she was recovering from her surgery, one of her friends texted her and said, there's life beyond wrestling and there's life beyond retirement. And Charlie basically says that that's true, that at some point wrestlers have to deal with things. They have to deal with going on the road all the time and injuries, and at some point they have to retire. Charlie kind of makes a little joke. She says, I would like to retire gracefully. She kind of has a little bit of fun with it. She basically goes about through her career. She basically says like she got to travel to some of the top promotions in the UK. She got to take it internationally. She basically talked about main eventing Queendom and winning the She Won and how that was really cool. She talked about her dive off that 16-foot balcony at Queendom at the first Queendom, and how she beat Sami Zayn for the Eve title. She said she was also her biggest accomplishment. She said was she was the first wrestler to ever openly come out while actively wrestling. And then she said like that was a big milestone for her. And she ended up thanking her friends, her family, her girlfriend. She ended up thanking Dan and Emily Reed, which Dan and Emily and Charlie too, and everyone they're crying their eyes out. It ends with Charlie saying that she felt a lot of things. She felt happiness. She felt sadness, and anger. And the one thing she felt was heartbreak. But she said she didn't want to retire heartbroken. And she ends up like just like putting it all out there and saying like the one thing you need to remember is always be fearless, be brave, be you. And everyone in the locker room enters out. Dan and Emily are included. They all give Charlie hugs and a standing ovation. And that was Charlie's retirement. Needless to say, it's still hard to watch, even on the third time around.
It probably was. Like here's the thing. I haven't watched the show, but I know when it happened. Asia just tweeted Charlie Morgan's retired, and I just said, wait, what? How?
Yeah.
And Asia said because of the foot. She said because of the injury, and I immediately thought about the foot injury. I was like, wait. But I thought because I always thought the foot injury was just minor, and she got the surgery, she was going to be back, but unfortunately, it wasn't.
And then we get the next match, and at this point, Emily and Dan are trying to compose themselves for the match. It's Roxy versus Ayoshi. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. It's a girl from Stardom. Ayoshi or something. This was the men match. The problem with this match is it didn't really have a lot of bite to it. It didn't really have a lot of momentum to it because
of the Charlie, it had to come after the Charlie Morgan retirement
and the death match before that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they were fucked from Jump Street basically.
I mean, it wasn't a bad match per se. Like they did some cool things, but it just didn't.
It basically didn't click because most people just weren't ready to just get over what they just heard.
Right.
It's basically the same effect of going after the first of Triple H and Randy Orton going after Taker Michaels one.
Yeah, like you can't follow any of that up. You can't follow a death match and then Charlie Morgan's retirement. You can't.
Exactly.
It was okay. Ayoshi ends up winning with the Dragon Suplex.
She uses the Dragon Suplex. I'm officially a stan.
Yeah. It was a fine match. Then we get the triple threat between Jamie Hayter, Nina Samuels, and Utami. Jamie hits a suicide dive. Jamie took a ton of punishment in this match. Friggin' Utami ends up doing like suplexes into the turnbuckle on Jamie. At one point, Nina ends up doing like one of the most vicious like knee strikes ever to Utami. And this is one of the most insane spots. Is Jamie is in the corner back first, and then Nina tries to German Jamie, and then Utami Germans Nina, while Nina is still holding on to Jamie. So it's a three-way German suplex. Jamie gets the worst of it, lands right on her neck.
Why do wrestlers hate necks?
I feel like we've been saying that a lot during the show. If you think we've been saying it a lot till now, just wait till the main event. So, and it's an elimination, by the way. So Nina ends up eliminating Utami ends up eliminating Nina with the dragon, and then Jamie ends up eliminating Utami with the curb stomp. Jamie Hayter is your new Pro Wrestling Eve International Champion, which, if you don't know, the Pro Wrestling Eve International Championship is basically like their kind of like secondary title.
So basically, it's their mid-card title.
Mm-hmm. Then we get the main event: Kaylee Ray versus Viper for the Pro Wrestling.
You even need to say if it was good or not. Come on.
Oh, absolutely! The triple threat was amazing, and then and the main event was really, really good too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's Kaylee Ray versus Viper. Do we even need to like?
Which I love the story they told in this match. Oh, by the way, sorry if I'm boring you guys. I know we've been talking.
Oh, they're good. They're good. Keep going, man.
I love the story of this match, which the story was basically Kaylee and Viper are best friends. They tag team together as a team Disney Princesses Give a Fuck. It's a play on words. Disney doesn't give. You get it.
Oh, yeah.
And the entire story is basically Kaylee and Viper know each other so well they'll have to upgrade their arsenal. They'll have to like pull tricks out. They do one of the most like hard, like most tight looking collar and elbow tie-ups to the point where they are keeping this hold in as they're rolling on the ground. They roll out of the ring, they still keep the hold. They end up doing strike exchanges. At one point, they have a little thing with a water bottle. Is Viper goes to take a sip of water because apparently it was really hot at your call because the building doesn't have air conditioning.
Oh, brother.
And they were at a record heat wave in the UK.
Oh, I know what that feels like because I know what that feels like.
So Kaylee and Viper end up like throwing the water bottle back and forth. At one point, they end up trading chop exchanges. But Kaylee grabs Viper's leg, and Viper grabs Kaylee's leg. They end up like slowly putting it down, and they end up doing chop exchanges. And Viper ends up hitting this awesome belly-to-belly suplex on Kaylee. Ends up sending her across the ring, which is one of the new moves that Viper pulled out. Dan actually made note on commentary. He said that Viper had been wrestling for Eve for 8 years. And all 8 years she'd been wrestling there, he'd never seen her do that move. Viper also hits a backdrop driver on Kaylee. Kaylee tries to go for the Gory Bomb. Viper gets out of that. So Kaylee doesn't turn into a powerbomb. She turns it into a Canadian destroyer. And again, and spikes Kaylee right on her neck. Why do wrestlers hate necks? And then Kaylee does it to Viper. Viper does it to Kaylee. Again, Viper doing a Canadian destroyer. Think about that for a minute. So they end up trading like German suplexes and strikes and just submissions and whatnot. Kaylee does tries to do the Swanton Bomb. She hits it twice for a 2 count. She ends up trying to she puts Viper on the top rope in the corner on the top turnbuckle. She ends up trying to German her. She ends up not being able to get it because Viper blocks her. So she ends up trying to powerbomb her. Viper blocks her. So she goes for an electric chair. Viper, okay, guys, real quick question. How big do you think Viper is weight-wise? Like, Viper, she's pretty...
I say 200.
Like, you guys have seen Viper, right? She's pretty she's pretty girthy.
Yeah, I say 200.
She's not fat, but
no,
she's got some weight onto her. Point is what I'm getting at. She does a Frankensteiner. Ask the question.
Why do wrestlers hate necks?
She spikes Kaylee on her head. She goes for the Viper driver, spikes Kaylee on her head again. Kaylee kicks out. She ends up going for a top rope Viper driver. Viper beats Kaylee, and she becomes the new Pro Wrestling Eve champion. But wait, there's something else. I'm going to talk about a little person by the name of Rhea O'Reilly.
What? Wait, there's more.
If you guys don't know who Rhea O'Reilly is, she's one of the mainstays of Eve. She literally her first match of her pro wrestling career was in Eve on the first show of Eve in 2010. She beat Nikki Storm, now known as Nikki Cross, for the Pro Wrestling Eve title and had like a 700-day reign with it. The first go.
She went on that old. She was on that Okada reign, brother.
Mm-hmm. She ended up having to drop it due to a leg injury, and then Sami Zayn won a tournament, and then Charlie won it off of her, and then Nina won it off of Charlie, and then Kayla won it off of Nina, and you get the whole thing.
So basically, she never rightfully lost. She never was pinned for it, basically.
Right. And so around this time, Viper had asked Rhea because Rhea was acting as matchmaker around the time. She said, "I want you to give me Jordynne." Viper said, "I want you to give me Jordynne Grace. I want you to give me Meiko Satomura, and not Meiko Satomura, Emi Sakura." And Viper and Rhea did all those things, and Viper ended up winning. But Viper also wanted a third person. She apparently said, "Rhea, when you're healthy, I want to face you." So,
and let me guess, Rhea's healthy now.
Mm-hmm. And then Rhea after Viper beats Kaylee, she ends up putting a small little video package together. But Nightshade and another wrestler by the name of Jordynne Grace come out, end up attacking Viper and Kaylee from behind. Rhea grabs the mic, said, "Kaylee, I gave you Emi Sakura. I gave you I gave you Emi Sakura. I gave you Kaylee Ray, and you wanted Rhea O'Reilly. You got her. Ends up hitting the readjustment, which is a butterfly DDT on the bell. Ends up pinning Viper. Ends up becoming Pro Wrestling Eve champion again. This time, she's the bad guy.
Basically, reclaiming what she never lost. She has a gripe. She does have a gripe. She's like, bro, you never beat me for this. I had to give this up because my leg gave out.
So
And y'all hate me for this?
So,
Y'all have the audacity to be mad that I just reclaimed what I rightfully never lost. How dare you?
So
fickle. All of you.
Impotent.
So Rhea O'Reilly is once again the Pro Wrestling Eve champion, and that's how we closed out Queendom. Actually, as a side note, I'm pretty sure she's the only 2-time ever Pro Wrestling Eve champion.
Oh shit. For real.
I kind of got the gist of that by the way you were describing the past champions.
It seems,
Right.
Yeah, they're all like new champions. Yeah, this one's like she's reclaimed her title. So this is the first 2 times, I'm guessing. Kaylee Ray never won it twice?
No, because Kaylee had won it off of Nina Samuels.
Wow.
She fights on Saturdays, and then she went on a good sized run, and then and then Queendom happened with Viper, and then yeah.
My God, this might be. Is this one of the most eventful Pro Wrestling Eve shows maybe ever?
I mean, considering
Like we had because also wasn't this supposed to be like his like one of it was either Kaylee or Viper's last match in
it was both their last matches.
Yeah, so we have their last matches and Charlie Morgan's retirement.
Yeah, because remember, Brandon was talking about it. He said it was Viper and Kaylee's last match, and I kept asking, well,
Right.
then what the hell they're going to do with the title?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, they answered my question. Give it back to the woman who never lost it.
I thought it was gonna be Nina Samuels, but hey, I'll take this too.
Nope, they gave it back to the woman who never rightfully lost it.
Rhea 2-time.
So, guys, quick question: How long was that Eve thing?
How long was it?
Yeah.
You talking about your recap on the actual show?
Like half an hour.
Half hour? Okay.
A half hour, yeah. That's right around the usual review, I'd say. And the show sounds fucking awesome. Like, it's sad for the obvious, like, again, basically the end of 3 eras. Like, we get, like, the end of Viper, Kaylee Ray, and then, of course, the Charlie Morgan thing. So it's like, it's kind of an end of an era almost.
Yeah, and the craziest part was we knew Kaylee and Viper were gone. We did not know Charlie was leaving.
I have no comment on that death match.
Also, ironically, do you want to know the name of the next Eve show?
Baby.
Dawn of a New Era.
Oh my God, I was right. Holy shit, I was right. I didn't even know that.
I can't, honestly though, I can't wait for heel Rhea O'Reilly. That's going to be interesting because he was a babyface for a long time. Like, she was the babyface.
Rhea, yeah.
So basically, she's in the Daniel Bryan position.
Very much so.
Very much so, yeah. But yeah, I love it. Like, new era of Pro Wrestling Eve. I mean, Rhea O'Reilly can lead that new generation. Hey, I'm cool with it. Sounds like a really great show, but I mean, when you really look at all the matches, when you look at everything that happened, I have a question for you, Brandon.
Wrap it up.
Were any of those matches as good as Enzo Amore versus Joey Janela at a Blink-182 concert?
Jesus.
You really asked that.
I really did ask that.
I mean, can anything be better than Joey?
Can anything?
Can we not talk about that? Let's
We
not
have to talk about this.
No, we don't. We do not have to give Enzo Amore any type of publicity. Fuck Enzo.
Okay, Joey Janela fights a fan.
No!
Stop talking about it, man. Seriously.
Damn, I didn't do that.
Fuck him.
Okay, do you guys want to just jump into Raw and SmackDown and NXT?
Yes, because y'all talk too much.
Well, excuse us for talking on a podcast.
How dare we?
Kind of how these things work.
But yes, let's get to Raw.
Let's get to
Let
it.
me go get my belt.
Hey, what you not gonna do is threaten me with a belt, young lady. What's
But
my
anyway,
baseball
we
bat?
had the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch and her boyfriend Seth Rollins defeating Andrade and Zelina Vega in the mixed tag team match.
This is actually a lot better than what I expected. I thought it would be good, but it was actually a lot better than what I initially expected.
It was fun.
Becky and Seth
Zelina.
had chemistry.
Yo, Becky was out here taking bumps from the dudes.
Yep. Isn't it crazy that Becky and Seth have chemistry? Who would have known? Yeah, good match. Okay.
Becky's still over. Still over. When is she getting turned on? Because I thought the fans would hate her at this point.
Bro, people would turn on Becky Lynch by what, May, and they are so mad that it hasn't happened yet. And we just like, yo, when's May? Oh wait, it already passed, sucker.
It's been 2 months later, motherfuckers. Y'all lose. Y'all take this L.
Exactly. That was like, by May, Becky's not going to be over. Next thing you know, 2 months later, Becky's still getting over.
10 years later.
So then they win. Then Baron Corbin attacks Seth Rollins. Becky basically elbowing him, and he's like no-selling.
Lacey. But
She punched Becky Lynch dead in the jaw.
No, but it was essential that she had the kick beforehand. The combo.
Yeah, that kick! What the fuck was the kick?
The combo, man. The kick punch.
What? She think she was a freaking Street Fighter or something?
No, man. The dread kick punch, man. It's devastating. Fuck Becky, man. Dangerous. If she hits Becky with that, it's over.
Hey, man, Becky's a tough cookie. She can handle it.
I mean, she handled much worse punches. Trust me.
So yeah, that was that. Then there was Bayley and Nikki Cross. They both have beat the clock challenges. If one of them won or beat the clock, they get to pick a stipulation. Bayley beat Sarah Logan in like about 4 minutes, and then Nikki Cross beat Dana Brooke in about like 2 minutes. So Nikki Cross.
Good to see Nick. It's good to see Nick. It's good to see Dana Brooke and Sarah Logan on TV. Question: If they broke up Riot Squad, why the hell did Sarah Logan still have the Riot Squad music, but Liv don't?
Good question. Anyways,
are they letting Sarah borrow it while Ruby's out with the double bicep surgery?
I just think they just wanted to like all three of them to be on their own.
I'm just happy that Dan and Sarah are on TV. I'm just happy.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. Yeah, that happened. So what we got next?
But yeah, Nikki Cross wins the beat the clock challenge, and the stipulation is that it's going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match with Alexa, Nikki Cross challenging Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title.
Isn't it odd how they're doing this? Why would they do this? Oh wait, Alexa Bliss has a sinus infection.
Yeah,
I thought she had the flu.
She has sinus infection.
Coming from someone who goes through sinus, ooh, that shit is heavy.
But then we asked the question because apparently she's had this for what, about a week, 2 weeks?
2 weeks now.
Well, why was she on Raw and SmackDown last week?
Yo, don't y'all know that stuff is contagious, cuz?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
That's a health hazard.
Yeah. I don't care if you're wanting to tough it out and work through like being sick, but don't get everyone else sick.
Bro, y'all just went through that with the mumps thing last year. All right, hey, do what y'all want.
That's pretty much why they added Nikki Cross into the match, just to make it like Nikki and Bayley can work most of the match, and then Alexa, she could just come in whenever it's necessary, and then yeah.
But my thing is, if she still has the sinus infection and it's still to the point where it's contagious, I kind of don't want her at the show because she could get other people sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would lead to a replay of what happened last year at TLC where people got the mumps.
I mean, apparently she's saying she's good to go, but I still wouldn't trust her word for it.
I swear, me neither, bro.
She's just saying that, man. She's just saying that to make everyone feel better.
Like, trust me, I go through sinus and I miss work because of my sinus. Like, I'm not trying to get other people sick.
Right. No. Yeah, so that happened.
Then you had Viking Raiders defeating some jobbers.
Woohoo.
Oh, brother, they have ruined my love for War Machine. These motherfuckers.
You had Rey Mysterio making his return to the ring, and he basically
Great.
had an open challenge. And then we all thinking, who could it be? Who could this person be? And then it was Bobby Lashley.
Question: how?
He accepted
Yeah,
his
like he
challenge.
just got
He
just
died.
destroyed.
He died last. We saw this man die last week. That man is supposed to be dead.
Triple play powers, brother.
Is it the fact that he had the headband on so long that the triple play powers made him immortal? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, we don't need the Dragon Balls anymore.
Yes. That's exactly what it is.
Asia Bobby Lashley is now a god. Oh my goodness.
Godly Lashley. Yeah. So we had that. And I mean, Bobby and Braun are gonna die at Extreme Rules probably. They're probably gonna do something crazy.
Feel like, but that's weird though, because like everybody's talking about Lashley, and I'm like, wait, what? But he's dead. And I turned on my TV, it's like, why aren't you dead?
You should be dead. But I'm not.
You died last week, sir.
It's like, remember when Kane faced Undertaker at WrestleMania 20? No, you're not real. You died. But yeah, so we had that.
Yeah, and Ray straight up got squashed
By a man who died.
Wow. Lucha legend, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, one of the greatest to ever do it, Rey Mysterio.
We also had the Street Profits basically hyping Extreme Rules this Sunday.
And
I personally love that the Street Profits are basically on Raw to hype up everything. Just to hype up the pay-per-views. I love that.
You know why? Because they do it fucking well. But
and stop comparing them to Crime Time.
I was just about to say, stop comparing them to Crime Time, you dumb motherfucker.
I'm getting so sick of white people, man.
Fucking white people suck. I mean, Honky Genocide 2020 is almost here. James, we need James in here for that.
Then they hype up the Evolve show that's going to happen.
I got a question. Who else? What are y'all going to watch? Fight of the Fallen or the Evolve show? Because personally, I'm watching the Evolve show.
If I'm at work, then neither.
I mean, maybe I'll check out Fight of the Fallen. I don't know, but
I might check it out for the Kenny Omega SEMA match. But mainly, I'm probably just gonna watch the Evolve show because Gulak and Riddle's happening, and Adam Cole and Cesaro was happening.
I'm gonna check out my YouTube notifications to find out what happens in the NBA offseason.
Speaking of that, freaking Westbrook got traded to Houston.
Woo! Fucking nuts. But
how toxic was the relationship between James Harden and Chris Paul?
Well, anyone Russell. Well, anyone. Oh yeah, never mind. I was thinking Russell Westbrook, but yeah, no one wants to play with Russ, and yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts. I mean, hey, they're back together though, Westbrook and Harden.
But yeah, we'll talk about that later. Back to
Raw.
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
Then throughout the show, you had Shane McMahon, Drew McIntyre, basically trying to find an opponent for Roman Reigns because it was going to be like a tag team match, and they're going to choose Roman's opponent, and they were basically asking like the concession stand guy, a janitor, like basically not a wrestler, but just like a regular. It was stupid. So they picked the janitor and basically paid them off like $5,000 to just stand on the apron while Shane and Drew just picked apart Roman.
Yeah, and what was his name, Asia?
Gary Garbud.
Yeah, Gary.
Uncle Gary.
Uncle Gary. Gary. Well. Yeah.
So then he comes down to the ring in a mask, and he eventually starts wrestling. He starts performing like a fucking cruiserweight.
And then he does
I immediately peeped out who this was. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, dude, the second he did that springboard enziguri, I'm like, it's Cedric. It's Cedric.
No, when he did that first close, I was like, wait a minute. I know that clothesline anywhere. Where the fuck did Cedric Alexander get that cop? What the hell did Cedric Alexander get that uniform?
He did all his same moves. Like, come on.
But honestly, it's great to see Cedric Alexander in a Raw main event.
That he lost.
He was still in it.
And he's happy.
He was still in it.
Why are you happy that you lost?
He was in the main event.
Yes. I'll let him have his moment.
And then we get to SmackDown.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I got two things that I'm upset about that I would like to talk about.
SmackDown, this is a show, baby.
SmackDown was a superior show to Raw. Because Raw,
Definitely.
it was good, but not like great. But SmackDown, it was like boom, boom, like a bomb. Like everything was great.
Yeah, SmackDown was.
So you open up with Shane McMahon. Recapping from what happened last week between Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, and what happened in the main event. And then you have Shane McMahon, who basically got to talk about what's going to happen in the show. But then Kevin Owens this week.
Dude, Kevin is a god.
Kevin fucking Owens, baby.
Kevin Owens decided to come out and speak the truth.
Factual.
Which I'm just going to say, this is one of the few examples of a shoot promo done right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call I already seen like the stupid comparisons to the pipe bomb. And like, no, please stop.
Like, bro, stop comparing everything to the pipe bomb, man.
This was a dumb thing. I'm just saying, it's cool to see a worksheet done like this.
I agree, but I'm just sick and tired.
Just say it was a really good promo and move on, man.
Like, bro, I feel like they're only doing it because they want CM Punk to come back and like, bro,
he's not coming back.
Exactly. WWE ruined his love for wrestling to the point
where
he doesn't want to come back.
I'm sorry if you miss him, but he ain't coming back. So you might just want to move on before you kind of look like a fucking psychopath.
So Kevin Owens basically goes off and said that Shane, this whole thing has been revolving around Shane. The fact that he's getting more TV time than Oscar, Kyrie, Mustafa Ali.
I love that.
Buddy Murphy, Apollo Crews.
Yeah, Apollo.
He even mentioned AOP.
Yeah, he even mentioned that freaking AOP.
And I'm like, who? Oh yeah, AOP. Ooh.
Also, I love how the first name
that Shane keeps calling himself the best in the world when there's multiple talent backstage who are better than him, and that Shane is just so greedy and so obsessed that the show even revolves around him.
Shane just casually
here's the thing. I wish during one of those times where Shane McMahon keeps calling himself the best in the world, Daniel Bryan just comes out and says, "Excuse you." If you're talking about best in the world, you're looking at him right here.
No. All he has to say is "excuse you." His head pops up from the stage, and Shane's like, "Never mind."
Dude, I love how the first names that Kevin drops are actually the women. I really dug that subtle little touch.
No, the first name he dropped was Apollo Crews. And notice, he said Apollo Crews. He didn't just say Apollo. He said the full name.
Right.
Okay, yeah, Apollo Crews. But they also name dropped the women too. I love that. I love like the subtle details of like the names he dropped of like people Shane was taking time away from.
And he wasn't lying. He is taking time for all those people, and it infuriates me now. I'm infuriated by this. Like, bro, get Shane McMahon off TV. He ain't a draw. He ain't bringing in ratings. He's literally just here on TV, taking time for people who deserve it.
Okay, I think I know what they're going with this. So, Kevin Owens he mentioned like multiple talents that that's not been on TV. You had Cedric Alexander on Monday, who basically like did what he did and just was the partner and just tried to overthrow Shane and Drew. So I think it's going to go into a way in which the underappreciated talent is going to try to overthrow Shane. Yeah,
and honestly, I originally thought this was going to like Shane's SummerSlam match was going to be against Kofi for the WWE title. No, that's not after Sunday on SmackDown. I'm convinced it's going to be KO versus Shane at SummerSlam.
So Asia, just to kind of bounce us off of what you're saying, basically it's going to be like the Nexus, but good.
Oh! I need to see this match.
Dang.
Ooh.
What match?
Bianca, she was at a live event and she just faced Rhea Ripley.
Oh, dude, can we get
Brother.
Which we were talking. Which Asia, how long have you been talking about? How long have you and I been talking about that? The fact that we needed that match.
Because they faced off against each other like a few months ago.
Because I remember.
Wait, didn't they face each other at the World's Collide Tour?
No, that was Bianca and wasn't that a triple threat between Bianca, Tony, and Nikki? Yeah.
Well, because I remember. Because I remember, Asia, you and I constantly talked about Rhea versus Bianca.
Oh wow! Bianca got the dub. Bianca got the dub.
That's cool.
Nice. I mean, that's watching her right now, so that's what should be happening. But I want to see that match. I want to see that match.
She had KOD on Rhea's tall ass.
Yeah.
You did. It's Bianca.
That SEC strength, baby.
I'm telling you, it's Bianca. Did you see the GIF I made where Bianca literally pressed fucking Kyrie from while Bianca was on her back? Like Bianca was laying there, like Kyrie was trying to cover. You know how like there's that spot where like you'll press them off of you, but they'll jump. Kyrie didn't even jump. Bianca legitimately like pressed her, like bench pressed her, like from her back.
Like Kyrie's like, hey, you got to press. Hang on, okay, on 3, I'll jump. I was like, no, don't worry about it, baby. I got this.
Absurd. You're absurd.
But yeah, going on for SmackDown, we had Bayley and Nikki Cross having a contract signing. Alexa Bliss wasn't here.
This was great.
Basically, Bayley was like, okay, if you lose at Extreme Rules, if you take the pin, you know what's going to happen, right? Alexa's going to blame you. And then Nikki was like, why are you still obsessed with my relationship? Why you keep doing this? Why you don't have any friends? You have nobody but the SmackDown Women's title. So when you don't have that, you're going to be all alone.
Okay, here's what bugs me about this. I know it's supposed to, but I can't shake this. Nikki Cross, you've been in this for 10 years. How are you this naive? Either you're this naive or your Goku Dragon Ball Super levels are stupid. Please say the first one, because I really do not want to call you stupid.
She is crazy, and crazy doesn't necessarily mean intelligent.
I mean, hey,
here's the thing.
Geniuses, though. Hey, you can be crazy to be a genius.
Here's the thing, though. Nikki Cross has said there's no evidence that Alexa will turn on me. Bro, have you not watched her network? Have you not seen how she did Mickie James and Nia Jax?
Dude, she's
had a history.
She's a crackhead, and when you're on crack, you just ignore everything around.
But sometimes even crackheads have common sense.
Get off the crack.
When they're not shooting up, but yes.
Either get off the crack or please strike Nikki Cross for a wellness policy.
At this point, Asia, it ain't even a crack. Unfortunately, as much as I don't want to say it, Nikki Cross as a character is just stupid.
He's an idiot.
Either that or very naive.
Or both. Let's go both.
But yeah, I know the storyline is supposed to infuriate me, but I hate how infuriated I become because I keep having these logical things pop up in this illogical storyline. And I don't know why. Maybe because I crave logic in a lot of situations.
Nikki Cross basically challenged Bayley to find someone for Extreme Rules to be her friend, and everyone started thinking it was gonna be Sasha. I'm like, no, it's not gonna be Sasha.
Bro, we are not getting Sasha to a SummerSlam. Y'all need to chill.
Sasha versus Becky. Sasha versus Becky.
Yeah, it's not gonna, because like I get why Sasha Bayley, but I want Bayley. I'm glad Bayley is getting the shine away from the Sasha story. Like she needs to be her own person. I'm glad that she is having her run.
Ever since she's been on the main roster, everything about Bailey has revolved around Sasha Banks.
Yeah, like, dude, personally, leave Sasha and Bailey alone unless you're going to have them face each other at Survivor Series.
Even if you are having them face each other at Survivor Series, leave them alone for now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the only time they should face for the rest of this year is at Survivor Series when they're both the women's champion of both brands and have that one off. That's it.
Please don't make them KO and Sammy. Don't do what you did to KO and Sammy.
Give them at least a year. If you want them to face off early, just have them face off at Survivor Series, but let that be it until Mania.
Yeah, like hell, do the same thing to them. What y'all did with Sammy and KO at first, keep them apart for a year.
Which Sammy and KO didn't even make it a full year anyway. So.
Oh God, you're right.
But weren't they separate for a year because Sammy had the injury?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they kind of fell into that one. But yeah, so keep them separated. Let Becky and Sasha do their thing.
Basically, Nikki Cross beats Carmella, but the fun is going to be Carmella, guys, because what happened last week between Alexa Bliss and Carmella.
Yeah.
Right.
And I gotta ask again, why y'all had Alexa Bliss on TV last week knowing good and damn well she had a sinus infection?
She wasn't. Oh yeah. Last week she was on TV. This week she wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, why y'all had her on TV when y'all knew she had a sinus infection and that shit's contagious, bro?
Right.
Y'all could have got half y'all roster sick.
What if your SmackDown Women's Champion Bailey was sick? Come on, man. Don't do that shit.
Bro, what if she had a mess around and got Becky or Seth sick?
Ooh.
Then what y'all gonna do?
I think I got Vince sick.
Bro, it would be an improvement.
Yeah. Vince is like, no, I never get sick.
Then we had Aleister Black, who was backstage, who was about to find out who he's going to face Extreme Rules.
Bro, when that figure started walking around the chair, Cesaro was like, Aleister was like, what? And then when he found out who it was, which was Cesaro, I accidentally spoiled it, my fault. But which was Cesaro, dude, Aleister just rolled his eyes in the back of his head and just smiled. Like, oh, yes, my first victim.
Oh. He's complimenting him the whole time. Like, that was very good. Very good.
Dude.
He's like Cesaro just sat there and was like, I knocked on your door. And I want to fight you. And Aleister Black's like, good, very good. Because I will fight you. And then he winked at him and walked off.
He winked at him.
Dude, I love that. Dude, Cesaro is giving straight up Bond villain vibes. I'm here for it. This
match is going to be a contender for match of the year for me.
Is he going to bring back his entrance with the ripped suit?
No, I don't think so. That's a babyface thing. He's still a heel.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match to me has the potential to be a match of the year candidate if you give it time.
I don't think they'll get time.
You think Cesaro's gonna get squashed?
No, I said I think they will get time.
Oh, I thought you said you don't think they'll get time. I was about to say, real, you think Cesaro might get squashed out here?
I mean, I think I wouldn't be surprised, but I think they'll get like 15 minutes. I'll say 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, Cesaro was one of the best choices because you couldn't give him Buddy Murphy because they're both new, and you don't want to start Buddy Murphy off with a loss. Damn sure wasn't gonna be Bray Wyatt because again, they both are new, and you don't want to start Bray Wyatt back on the track of their Eater of Elms.
Exactly.
Cesaro makes sense in that he loses every now and again, but he's a very solid mechanic. As far as like, hey, if you need somebody to put on a really good match, he's your guy.
Should I quote a certain someone? He's a good hand.
Oh.
What there?
Oh, okay. My brain is lapsing a little bit. What was that?
That's a reference.
He's a good hand. That's what Cody.
Yeah.
That's what's setting him up. That's the thing. Yeah.
Of course I didn't know what it was. It was fucking Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But oh yeah, he still exists. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but speaking of that, yo, Ty, your wife is out here walling out at the bachelorette party. But we'll
do
talk about
you
that later.
call that? Do you really call that wild and out?
Look, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
The lamest lap dance I've ever seen. Brian
We have
Cage
Finn
did a better
Balor.
lap dance than that. Okay, sorry.
We had Finn Balor face Shinsuke Nakamura, and it was a very good match in which Shinsuke Nakamura actually tried.
It's beautiful.
Okay,
Isn't it?
yeah, that's what I've always been saying. Shinsuke Nakamura will literally get. Shinsuke will give you the best matches if you give him an opponent that he actually wants to try against. He's like Orton. He will put on great
Oh
matches
my
if
god,
he
he really is
tries.
Orton. He really is Orton.
He is
But-
a Japanese Orton.
But he's a better Orton.
Oh, he's definitely a better Orton.
Yeah, he's more charismatic, definitely.
Oh, by far. What do you mean? Do you mean Randy Orton is not charismatic?
But yeah, if Nakamura tries, he will give you great content.
He's amazing.
It's just that
content.
Nakamura won't try all the time.
When he tries, he's one of the top 5, top 10 wrestlers in the world, but that's only when he tries, and that's like half the time.
That's why I want him and Finn to have a feud, which will culminate at SummerSlam, because I know they ain't gonna get a match at Extreme Rules, so it's more likely gonna happen at SummerSlam. And I hope that match gets time too. And again, I hope Shinsuke tries, and I believe he will try against Finn.
Because again, New Japan shit, like his New Japan buddy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome match. It's a Shin won, and you know, hey, honestly,
Bro, Finn Balor ate a bunch of Kinshasas on the outside.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. And then I believe was it the main event? No.
You had a triple threat between Xavier Woods, Otis, and Daniel Bryan.
Oh, Otis.
Otis, man, this
Otis
is a
stole the
showcase for our
segment.
boy Otis.
Dude, Otis stole that segment though.
Tell me what this man did.
Yo, he copied Big E's shake. And dude, Big E's just looking at Otis like, nah, fam, this ain't it. This ain't it, fam. What are you
No, it's Angelo Dawkins. Nah, fam, that ain't what we're doing.
like Big E was looking at us like, nah, man. What you doing? And Xavier was just over there horrified, like, sir, this is a children's product.
But no, that's not even what I was thinking of. Otis in this match did a double fucking suplex.
Bro, dude, this man Otis is amazing. This man Otis is a national treasure, and he needs to be protected.
Wasn't it? It was a stalling suit. Wasn't it stalling too?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
my
stalling
fucking
suplex.
God. Otis. Daniel Bryan making more stars, by the way.
Dude, did you see Bryan's face when Otis won? That man was mortified. He's like, oh my God, I had to put that man over.
I just lost to that.
It's like, oh. Well, I knew that being the best in the world would have its challenges, but
And he eats meat.
Oh. And these parasites adore him.
One thing I love about Daniel Bryan is that as a heel, he puts over his opponent's abilities in the ring, but meanwhile he cuts them down by their character. That's
And
what I
they
really
can,
love.
Yeah, he'll attack their character, but he will admit how they are in the ring. He will admit, like if you're great in the ring, he will admit that to you. But if you just BS around like the dude they do, he'll call him out on it. It's like he said, the dude they're one of the best tag teams in the business, but look at what they do all the time. They act like idiots. They're clowns. They're clowns who are great in the ring, but clowns nonetheless.
Only The Rock knew how to do that.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
He was just very.
Dude, again, how he buried Billy Gunn.
Oh, that was legendary. I will not ever trash that moment. But yeah.
So Otis won, and that's big momentum for them. For the
Yep.
tag match Sunday.
Is that on the main card?
Yes, it's on the main card.
Oh, okay.
And so you had Samoa Joe promo.
Yes.
which was very good shit.
Oh, it's always good shit from Joe.
No matter how many times Joe loses a feud, he still finds a way to make himself credible in this next feud.
He's the new Bray Wyatt, only maybe better.
I'm telling you, Joe is what they wanted to do with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. One of these days, man, Joe will get that. I don't think he's winning it. I mean, we'll get to that when we get to previewing predictions. But
he shouldn't win.
Here's my thing, and I'll say it now before we go into our predictions. If Joe does not win here, he ain't winning the championship. He ain't winning the world championship, and he's not winning here either. I hate to say that because I love Joe, but if he don't win like this, to me, it's make or break for him. If he don't win on Sunday, he ain't winning one.
No, I mean, I can see that, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get to the preview predictions for sure.
Also, you had the Kabuki Warriors confronting the Icons, basically saying we're coming for those titles.
And basically, question: Billy and Peyton, aren't you best friends? So shouldn't you know what? Shouldn't you have thought about what type of moment that the other was gonna have before Kyrie and Oscar ran up on y'all? You idiot!
What was it? Bird flu cow disease?
Yeah.
Something that so dangerous it doesn't even exist.
Which I love the intricacy of Kyrie reeling Billy and Peyton back in.
I know. I didn't even catch that at first. I rewilded and I saw it. I was like,
next level.
I love Kyrie.
I love Kyrie so much.
She's amazing.
She's perfect.
I am so glad they called her up before Io turned heel, because we all know if Io had turned heel when Kyrie was there, she would have jumped. She would have beat up Kyrie.
Man, Kyrie knew the smart thing to do.
Exactly. Like, Kyrie was looking at Io, was like, yeah. Hey, yo, Vince, can you call me up? I got a bad feeling here.
Like, I know you're my best friend and all, but you're bringing down my stock with your stupidity.
Yeah, like, bro, you bringing down my stock, and my stock isn't supposed to be at an all-time high right now. Because of you, it's in the middle. That's not good business. Like I love you personally, but business-wise, you're not good business, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, all that stock from all that treasure she gets, man, like, you can't just ruin that.
Kyrie upgraded big time. Then you had Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville confronting Ember Moon backstage, and they basically was like, if you could find a partner next week to face us, then okay, we'll face off. But if you can't, you're out of luck and we'll beat you.
Why has it gone to the point where this is just stuff that I see in high school? No, basically Sonya and Mandy are doing the same thing, the equivalent of high school mean girls.
Because when you think about it, pro wrestling has always been just one gigantic high school clique.
Really? Yeah.
Because you have your goth kids like Jimmy, like Darby.
Especially New Japan, because everything is a faction.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's a fucking faction.
So really, it's just like a group of it's like a certain group of kids, like a group of high school kids, like a certain clique.
You have the blonde cheerleader types like Mandy, like.
If New Japan was high school, LIJ would be like the goth kids,
or just like the Misfits.
I would say the Misfits. I'd say Suzuki-gun would be the guys who just don't go to school, and whenever they do go to school, they wreck shit.
Oh, they're like the gang member like dropouts almost.
Facts.
And then the Taguchi Japan would just be the losers that everyone puts in a trash can.
All of the nerds.
Wait, ain't Tanahashi in Taguchi Japan?
Other than him, he's the one that defends. He's the one that defends the.
He's the one jock that defends the nerds.
Exactly.
So, and then you had the main event of SmackDown, which was Roman Reigns
versus It Should Have Been Me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know the match is good and all, but I did not want to watch it. It is not.
I didn't give a single fuck, man.
It's because I am so sick.
I'm just like, Superman punch him and spear him and just end him there.
Watching Dolph Ziggler now makes me sad because I get flashbacks to 2012 Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler's existence
Wait,
is sad.
what?
watching 2019, Dolph Ziggler makes me sad because I get flashbacks to 2012 Dolph Ziggler when he was good.
Damn
But
thing.
yeah, this match is really good shit. At one point, Kevin Owens comes in and he stunners. He gives a stunner to
Shane
Shane,
McMahon.
and then Roman he jumps over like the jumps out the ring and like basically does the Undertaker dive over the ropes, and like I love
Damn near lands on his dome.
Yeah, he did.
He pulled the Taker at 25.
Did he? No,
And
no.
here's the thing. Like Asia was freaking out about it on Twitter. I was like, "What's the big deal?" And then I saw it again. I was like, "Oh my, Rome, what are you doing, baby? You damn near landed on your head, son."
Like, dude, like, man, like, I know you're athletic and all, but man, don't overshoot it, man. I don't want you to get landed in the head. He does the Undertaker / Mike Awesome dive better than both of them.
Dude, my man Roman Reigns hella overshot it on Tuesday.
Tamina's injured.
Oh, what?
How?
Yep.
When was the last time you
At a
wrestled?
live event. At a live event.
Okay.
Yo, that is it. Yo, we need to cut out these live events now.
Damn. So both Nia and Tamina are out injured now.
I swear. Well, there goes that tag team.
Good lord.
Bro, I'm getting so sick and tired of these countless live events.
The curse of the women's tag division.
I need to see what it is. I need to see like what the fuck happened.
It's probably a knee injury because we know her history with knee injuries.
Yeah.
God damn.
Dude, the wrestling gods are evil bastards.
They're very evil motherfuckers.
Bro, and it's mainly towards WWE. It's like they're punishing Vince like, bro, dude, this is our way of telling you, stop with all the live events. But Vince is like, but my money though.
But money.
And it's just like, all right then, you old fuck. We're gonna take out every member on your roster.
And Vince is like, okay, well, take out my money.
Did they have to take out Charlie too?
You're right. And here,
hey man, I never said the wrestling gods were nice.
It's Hiramu too. That's still.
But yeah,
at least Hiramu's probably coming back.
Thank God.
That was SmackDown. Great shit.
Yeah, SmackDown was great.
SmackDown definitely won over Raw. SmackDown was definitely better. The Kevin Owens stuff and the Aleister Black stuff for me personally was my favorite stuff. Aleister is just Aleister is so like he's done so much more like he's like a caricature of himself. He's so fucking over the top, and I like it though.
Which, if someone wouldn't want to watch the entire SmackDown show, watch the isolated Aleister Black and Kevin Owens clips. That
and the Kevin Owens promo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Aleister, like I don't remember Aleister being this animated before.
Like I can't remember a time either. Like he's never been the type. Never as Tommy M, never in NXT.
Right. Yeah, this is completely new, and he's good at it. He's really fucking good. I mean, I already knew he was really good in general, but like good at doing this kind of stuff. Like he's become a fucking walking meme. Already.
He's not like hokey or anything.
A walking meme that could kick your head clean off your shoulders if you try to make fun of him.
Oh yeah, no. I ain't making fun of him. Hell no.
Aleister, like he found that line of like being over the top just enough. But like
I cannot wait for Aleister to really get going on the main roster. It's gonna be fucking beautiful.
Well, we're gonna have to wait enough.
Yeah.
So let me get to NXT.
Okay. Oh, you want to do NXT first and then preview and prediction?
All right, let's do preview the prediction.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So Extreme Rules. Let's fucking go. First of all, this show looks pretty damn good.
Stacked.
We got a lot of potential really good matches, maybe match of the year candidates. You want to go down, like, start from down?
Down to the top, Ho. Down to the top.
Down to the top, Ho. Yeah. All right. Should we start with the women's tag titles? They'll probably be on the pre-show, you think?
It's not going to be on the show, period, because Iconics are going to be on a watch along.
Of course they are. Again.
Jesus Christ! What does that make it? 3 straight pay-per-views now?
3 straight pay-per-views in a row.
Watch
God
damn!
Watch the Iconics have like a year-long reign.
Bro, they have to be defending at SummerSlam.
Tamina got knocked out cold by Naomi. Now we're gonna drag Naomi.
Oh boy!
Wait, what? So what?
And ain't they family too?
Yeah.
Because Naomi's married to Jimmy, and he's part of the. No, I don't think so.
Cousins by marriage, I think. But...
Gotta be, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll find out what happens there. Okay.
Hopefully, it's nothing too serious.
Right.
But apparently, it's saying it's a concussion. So we have Drew Gulak facing Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Drew Gulak.
Gaba Gulak.
Gaba Gulak is the face of 205 knees right now.
He is exactly what they need right now. If anything, okay, so either has to be Humberto he drops it to or Oni Lorcan, right?
I was gonna say, I'm actually gonna say Oni.
It's either one of the two. I'll take Humberto or Oni. Oni is so.
Besides, isn't it Gulak's first defense?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not gonna lose.
Yeah, Gulak for the win.
Yeah, Gulak is losing this weekend, but he ain't losing on Sunday. He's losing Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't that be something if he did beat Matt Riddle?
Bro, I'd be shocked.
But yeah, next match.
Facing the Usos for the Raw Tag Team titles.
I got Revival. I got this being a DQ, honestly.
I got the Usos.
Okay.
I think the Revival are gonna win. Maybe not completely clean. Maybe they'll pull some bullshit, but I think Revival are winning. Shatter Machine 1, 2, 3. I think you need to establish the Revival right now.
Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley.
Braun.
I say Lashley because hasn't Braun been working injured?
No.
Oh, then I got Braun then.
I gotta go Braun, unfortunately.
I got Big Bob Lashley.
Actually, no, I'm gonna go with who I want to win. I'm gonna go with Bobby.
Yeah, you know what?
Here's the caveat. Bobby has to wear the headband.
Yeah, of course.
That's what he needs to. He needs the triple play powers to overcome the monster.
I'm gonna add Bobby Lashley later tonight, so I'm just wear your
SmackDown Women's title match. Bayley defending in a handicap match.
Bayley.
Bliss and Cross. Who takes the fall?
Bayley.
Okay.
Nikki's taking the fall. Nikki's taking the fall, and that's going to be the SummerSlam.
Yeah, Nikki's taking the fall.
Nikki versus Alexa.
Bayley's partner.
I thought it was a handicap match.
It's a handicap.
But no, remember they told Bayley to find a friend to face us.
No, that was Mandy and Sonya. Was it?
No. Who's going to be in her corner? Yeah, Nikki Cross told Bayley on Monday, you need to find a friend to help defend. If you can find a friend or something like that, because you have no.
Oh yeah, that's. Carmella. I'm gonna go off on a tangent right here. I'm saying it might be Liv Morgan.
I would love
no, because I think Liv Morgan's gonna be with Ember.
Okay, then I say Carmella.
Yeah,
all right, Carmella. It's either Carmella or Liv.
Either Carmella, Liv, or God represented by a spotlight.
Because no one ain't gonna be Sasha, because they saving Sasha for SummerSlam.
They're saving her for Becky. The SummerSlam match, man.
Okay, then you have the dirty title match. Kofi Kingston defending against Samoa Joe.
Kofi. At this point, for me, like I said, Joe, it's now or never, and it's going to be never because Kofi ain't losing that.
I don't agree it's now or never because we said the same thing about Bray Wyatt and he became WWE champion.
I'm just honestly, how you guys feel about how you guys are saying about never bet against Shayna. I'm saying that about Kofi. Never bet against him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Kofi is not dropping.
Why end Kofi's momentum off of Joe when Joe more likely would drop the belt to Brock 2 months later?
And there's only been there hasn't even been much build up. Like what, like 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Boo hoo, Joe. Okay, let's move on. Kofi is the highest thing right now. Let's not end his reign just because y'all feel sorry for Joe.
I've been saying Kofi was returning, but like I said, man, I don't see Kofi losing that belt to Survivor Series.
He could lose it at the first SmackDown episode.
I don't see him lose that belt.
See, honestly, I think that's going to be a tease, though. I think that might be a tease. Like Brock will come out, but Big E and Xavier will basically sacrifice themselves for Kofi to escape.
So remember, though, Heyman even said he has never been wrong about a spoiler before.
Personally, I think Kofi won't drop the belt till he retires.
So you think this will be the first time Paul Heyman is wrong about a spoiler?
Yes.
See, here's how here's how I see it. Like Brock could cash in on the first SmackDown, but either Kofi and Xavier help, like either Big E and Xavier help him, or Roman just comes out and fucks the whole thing.
How about Brock tries to cash in, and then Matt Riddle comes in and knocks him the fuck out?
I don't see Riddle I don't see Riddle being called up until either after Rumble or after Mania.
I know. I'm just speaking it into existence because I want it.
Oh, I know, but yeah. That's probably going to be the first feud. His first feud, honestly.
Love it. I love it so much. But yeah, Kofi for win.
Yeah, Kofi retains. I hope he beats Joe in like 5 minutes, so all the fans.
We know damn well that ain't happening.
I hope he does, because I'm tired of everyone like Samoa Joe should win. No, the fuck he shouldn't.
No, I love Samoa Joe, but no, he shouldn't win here. If he should win a title, it should be the Universal title.
Want Samoa Joe to win, but when he's a Raw guy challenging for the SmackDown title, but yet y'all didn't want Alexa Bliss to beat Bayley when she was a Raw woman challenging for the SmackDown title.
Favoritism.
I don't give a fuck. It's favoritism. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, I was answering your question, damn it.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. Like that's just stupid.
Well, you know I take.
This match shouldn't even happen. The Bayley Alexa Bliss match shouldn't even be happening. Like,
especially since Bayley already beat Alexa, but
like
right?
This should be a SmackDown person challenging for the belt. But I mean,
but honestly, let's call a spade a spade. This wild card thing has been the worst thing to happen to Raw.
It sucks.
And we all know why. It's because Vince freaked out because the ratings got low.
So stupid. His stupid epiphany. And it's fucking failed.
It's basically the death of the brand split without the death of the brand split.
That's why I've been hearing rumors that they might have a draft somewhere.
Yeah. Thank God this Fox deal is coming, and thank God we're actually gonna get a brand split, which is fucking great.
Which I kind of hope the IC and the WWE title stay on SmackDown.
Whatever.
So
hey,
then we have Bryan Rowan defending against New Day and Heavy Machinery in a triple threat tag team match.
Really? I got New Day winning this.
Bryan Rowan retaining. Bryan Rowan are retaining.
At first, I had Heavy Machinery winning, but then again,
But then Otis won last night. But then not last night, but Otis won on Tuesday night. You know the trope. You win on Tuesday, you win on the.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna win it at SummerSlam.
Possibly.
In an actual tag match between just those two teams. I think New Day. Yeah, I think Xavier will get pinned. I think Xavier will get pinned by the Psycho Knee.
My thing is, I got New Day winning because I think WWE wants to play off that fact about the New Day holding the belts basically.
I personally,
I feel like if they wanted to do that, they would have already done that.
I don't need to see because we're gonna see that, and then you're gonna see Undisputed Era holding all gold in NXT too.
Nah, that ain't happening. I can tell you that right now.
I see it happening now. I see it happening hard.
I don't.
I do because they're gonna have Street Profits drop the belts to Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, and they're gonna have Roderick Strong beat Dream for the belt. I see it happening hard.
Please have a new team beat. I love Undisputed Era. Please have a new team beat Street Profits.
See, and
it's time, and now it's gonna be fucking annoying.
Personally,
I personally don't see it happening because I see them calling it. I see them separately going to try and call up Undisputed Era. They're going to do it separately.
as far as
I don't see that. I think they want to keep the brand around Undisputed Era since they like the biggest draw in NXT, and they're gonna try to make them like no one can take them down for a while type of thing.
Right.
as far as the tag team titles go, for SmackDown, I've got Team Green Thumb retaining. And yes, I'm calling.
I mean, here's the thing. Do you really want to call up on Adam Cole separately so you can have Roderick Strong lead Undisputed Era?
No, I was gonna have They were going. I was thinking they were gonna call up Bobby and Kyle first. Then they would call up Roddy, and then they call up Adam.
Okay.
Yeah, start with the tag team first, then the mid card guy, then you bring in the lead.
I mean, that's basically how the order went. Well, it went Roddy, then Bobby Kyle, then Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Then we have Cesaro facing Aleister Black.
Aleister's winning, but this is going to be the match of the year candidate.
This is going to be stiff.
What if Aleister just hits the Black Mass 1, 2, 3?
I'm going to be disappointed as hell. I'm going to be mad disappointed.
I would be disappointed, but if it's Aleister's debut, I'd be actually fucking down with it. But it's Cesaro, so here's the thing: if it was Randy Orton, I would have just done Black Mass 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, if that happens, then I'm going to be like, why the hell didn't y'all get Randy Orton for this?
Yeah, no, but yeah, since it's Cesaro, since it is Cesaro, you have to go like 10-15.
Yeah, man.
What? Did Orton throw his shoulder out again?
Yep, taking out the trash.
It was neck injury.
Neck?
Oh.
What the hell happened to Orton? Where has neck issues? Oh my god.
It was like minor neck injury.
Oh Lord, wrestlers really do hate necks.
Okay, so it's not like the Cena thing. That's good, at least. That it's not Cena levels.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go 15 minutes. It'll be an awesome match. I'm definitely saying Aleister wins it.
Yeah.
So they aren't going to have
Styles challenging for the U.S. title against Ricochet.
Here's the thing. I got AJ winning.
I got AJ winning too.
I got Ricochet.
I got a DQ. Ricochet's
that would suck.
Here's the thing. By the end of SummerSlam, AJ's going to be U.S. champ, and Gallows and Anderson are going to be World Tag Champs.
Ooh. Right.
Think about it. Since they got re-signed, they re-signed, and basically they're in line to get a push now. Since they were re-signed, and that's how they're going to do it. They're going to give AJ the U.S. title. They're going to give Anderson and Gallows the tag titles. Finn's still going to be Intercontinental title, and that's probably going to be up to Survivor Series, where you have AJ and Finn go one-on-one.
All the factions are going to hold the titles.
Oh man, that's gonna suck.
No, I don't need to see that. No,
that's gonna suck.
Yeah, you have to have AJ. But anyways, you have to have AJ Styles win because you just turned him back heel after 2 years. You can't just have him lose right away.
Sure. Yeah, and they just re-signed Anderson and Gallows.
Exactly. And Ricochet.
Out of all the factions, the faction that needs to win the most is Gallows, Anderson, and AJ.
And Ricochet will be fine. Like, don't worry about that. Ricochet will be fine. He just got here, man. There's some sympathy on him, you know.
Because honestly, Undisputed Era don't need to hold all the titles.
Finn Balor defending his IC championship.
Okay.
Finn Balor defending his IC championship against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, that's official?
Yeah.
Yes, it's official.
I got Finn winning.
I got Finn.
I got Shinsuke.
I got Finn.
Finn needs to hold that title a little bit longer.
Because I'm thinking they're going to try and set up a program between AJ and Finn at Survivor Series, and they're mainly going to play off both of their relationships with Anderson and Gallows.
Oh.
Yeah. And the main question is going to be, will Anderson and Gallows go against Finn? Because he was the one that brought them together in the first place.
And also, like, I mean, you had Shinsuke just beat him. Like, yeah, of course, like, you're not going to have him beat him twice in a row. I think Finn's winning this. Finn's retaining.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I guess I'll change it to Finn, so yeah, I got Finn retaining.
Because Finn Balor, has he won a match
He's been on
Did he
vacation.
beat Mustafa. He beat Mustafa, right?
He's been hanging around in Ireland, not being on TV that much. So I mean,
No,
he's been hanging around his girl, man.
No, but I'm just saying, has he won a match since WrestleMania?
yes.
Yeah, he beat Andrade.
Yeah, he beat Andrade and Mustafa, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but lately he hasn't, Money in the Bank.
He hasn't been on TV.
Right. So, yeah, Finn has to win this. He needs, keep up that momentum as champion.
Then we have the two big main matches. We have Undertaker and Roman Reigns facing off against Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre.
I don't care.
Here's what makes me angry about this. Shane McMahon has been undefeated since he's turned heel.
Give this match 3 fucking minutes.
Yeah. Think about that for a second. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. Shane McMahon has been undefeated since he beat up The Miz at Fastlane.
I don't want to think about it.
Absurd. So bad.
I'm thinking Drew and I was thinking that Drew and Shane would win pin, but there's no one to pin that would lose credibility at the end.
It's the Undertaker, dude.
But you really think they really think they would have them pin Undertaker? Either one of them pin Taker?
No. I said it's the Undertaker. They're like Roman and Taker are gonna win.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's the fucking Undertaker.
Yeah, so I'm saying Roman and Taker are gonna win, but Drew's gonna eat the fall, and Shane will go on a tangent saying, well, I didn't lose, I'm still the best in the world, setting up his match with KO and KO being the one to beat Shane.
Now, do you think Undertaker's pinning Drew or is Roman pinning Drew? I got Undertaker pinning Drew.
I think Taker.
I've got Roman. I could see it being like.
I'll go with Roman.
I got Roman.
I'll go with Roman.
Yeah.
Because I could see Taker doing a tombstone and giving.
Because like Taker, it's still that. It's going to be that passing of the torch thing. He's going to let
passing
Roman
of the yard
after what Roman has been through for the past few months with Shane.
Yeah.
Passing of the yard.
I'm only saying Taker was because there was that saying that Taker wants to work with Drew, so that could probably possibly set them up for a match.
Well, yeah, then it has to be Roman because you can't have Undertaker just pin Drew in the tag match if you're gonna do a program with them.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right. It's one of those things where Taker's giving the lease to the yard to Roman, and Taker's keeping the motorcycle.
But wait, didn't he give that to him at the Mania where he beat him? Oh wait, never mind. Shane took claim of it. So he has to confirm it that it's Roman's.
So yeah, Taker's going to give the lease to Roman, and then Taker's going to keep the motorcycle, presumably with the house.
Then we have the main event for the Raw Women's and Universal Championships. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins will be defending their championships in a mixed tag team Extreme Rules match against Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin. If Lacey and Baron Corbin lose, they can never get another rematch against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. But Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin win, they get the titles.
Well, gee, this is a toughie.
Okay. So let me say what I think is going to happen. Obviously, Becky and Seth are winning.
Of course.
But here's what I think is going to happen after the match. While Seth and Becky are celebrating, Sasha Banks finally returns and attacks Becky. Beats her, they fight to the back. While Seth is just bewildered, the lights go out, and you just hear, "Let me in." Lights come back on. Bam! There's Bray Wyatt, Sister Abigail, and that sets up the program between Bray and Seth at SummerSlam.
That would be literally the best, because I've been imagining that the whole time. That's the best possible ending you could have.
What's the problem?
I wouldn't do two returns in the same segment. I would say
one for the crazy though. Are you kidding me?
And I would say one Extreme Rules and save the other one for like the night after or the week after.
You don't want one to overshadow the other.
So basically, have Bray show up the next night, but just have it on the Titantron. Just have Bray just be like, "Let me in," and the lights come back on, and Seth is just like, "Huh?"
And number two, I think they would want to close the show with Becky and Seth standing tall, like just having them both.
I mean, they did stand tall. They won the match. I'm just.
It would be the same, but for me, it's the same ending they did at Stomping Grounds. I would just kind of change it up a little bit. Yeah, that's literally what that was literally the ending of Stomping Grounds was them walking off standing tall.
Right, but
Yeah.
I think they just would want to again, like to do that again. Then you could just set everything up the night after.
I mean, it does give people a reason to watch Raw. Although then again, if you do the
But you're
ending,
gonna
wouldn't that
watch
give more
Raw
people reason to watch Raw?
I just wouldn't do the returns on the pay-per-view. I would just wait till like the next
Well,
night.
okay. Well, I think we should have one return, and it should be Sasha Banks.
Yes.
It should Sasha should fuck it. In fact, fuck it. Low blow
But
Seth
she's not
too.
going to.
No,
That's the
Sasha
thing.
should low blow Seth.
No.
No, have Sasha look fucking dominant.
No.
Why not?
No, because I don't want that to. I don't want Seth to be involved in the Becky storyline after this.
No, not even involved, but just because Seth will be in the ring.
No.
Like Seth doesn't have to do anything. Seth should just sit there, just stand there shocked at Sasha's back, and just watch this go down.
No.
Because remember the last time Seth tried to take off, Becky pushed him. Becky's like, "No, man, I'm getting my business."
I'd rather have it be Becky shows up the next night. She's celebrating her win. She wants competition. And then she faces like a Naomi or Natalia. And then she beats them. And then while she's celebrating either on the ramp or maybe she's just celebrating with the fans, so you see Sasha with her black hair and she just shows up and she just decimates Becky.
I mean, either way is fine as long as we get it.
I just don't want to see for a second pay-per-view in a row Becky and Seth just ending the show standing tall because we got that at Stomping Ground.
I'd rather have that.
Like I get why you don't want that because again Seth would just be sitting there looking stupid, but like Sasha coming back would give people reasons to tune in because like, oh crap, Sasha Banks is back. She just beat up Becky Lynch. Let me tune in to Raw to see the after effect of what just went down.
I mean,
like
I get that, but I'm saying she's not gonna be there, so I rather like that.
Oh, I know she more than likely won't be there, but I'm just saying that's what goes on in my head.
And then if it was just Bray that returned, what would you have Becky do then? Because that's another thing.
That's my thing. Like doing it after they just won, it just gives you like implications that the storyline might continue with Becky and Seth, like still involved in each other's storylines. And I'm just like, no, just let them have their moment at Extreme Rules and just let that be the end of it. And then the next night you set up everything while they're out with each other's storylines.
Have Becky try to fondle Seth again.
And that's what I'm afraid of because I'm afraid that they won't be out of each other's storylines. I'm afraid that WWE is going to keep injecting them together.
No, they're not.
I mean, you can't keep them involved when if it's Bray Wyatt and Sasha Banks. There's no way you can keep those like together.
Extreme Rules is the end of the storyline with Becky and Seth. So,
thank God.
But please
let it be there.
Yeah, hopefully, so people can stop bitching about it.
Yeah, mostly for that, and also, I mean, yeah, because you can't have Bray and Sasha together. That ain't gonna fucking happen.
So then we get to NXT.
NXT. So yeah, NXT was good. It was good. I mean, last week's was like incredible, but this week's was good too. I watched some of it though, so I'll let Asia. You can.
We had Street Profits defending the tag titles against Orny Lurkin and Danny Burch. And
great match.
Really
Great match.
Good match.
Yep.
We had H facing who did he face?
Some guy named Boa. And just to point out, ACH was immediately over in Full Sail. Just like Shane Strickland.
And just like Keith Lee. Speaking of Keith Lee, oh my God.
Oh, that video package. Oh. Dude, I just gotta say this. If I was starting my own wrestling company, Keith Lee is the guy I want to make the face of my damn company.
Because remember, I did the top 6 people I would put in. I was thinking of Keith Lee as number 1. I don't remember if I put him on the list or not, but no, he's the number 1 guy. You gotta do it because he's got fucking everything. That promo hooked me in more than anything else on that entire show.
Dude,
has,
after this whole thing with Gargano is over, Keith Lee needs to take that belt off Adam Cole.
people thinking I'm over exaggerating about Keith Lee, like give him the world. I'm not kidding. Give him the world. He will fucking run with it. This man is he's on another level. I know I sound like a broken record. I know I probably sound like I'm overhyping him, but I can't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no overhyping.
You can't overhype Keith Lee. He's one of those guys you can't overhype.
Because he lives to all your expectations. He lives up to it.
Like, not only does he live to your expectations, he exceeds them.
It's the thing where it's like, I need that wrestler that'll just captivate you the second he's on the screen. Like, no one does it like him. And it shows in the crowd too, because he's clearly the most over guy on every show.
Because legitimately, what can't he do? Here's the thing. For people that don't watch Keith Lee, you take a look at the guy at first glance, you think, oh, he'll just do power moves and stuff. No, he can do it all.
And you think, oh, well, he's just another athletic big man. He must not have that much charisma or personality. No.
Nope. Got charisma for days.
His promos, his charisma, his believability, everything. And you know what? Like, I'm not gonna be impatient again, but like, I'm just because he's gonna be over no matter what, and it's beautiful to see. And clearly, like, this vignette shows that they're gonna do something big with him. Something's happening. Like something's up. I mean, we're gonna have probably a feud with him and Damian Priest, which if it gets time, it'll be a really good feud. Well, then again, have Keith Lee beat Damian Priest. I mean, have Damian look strong, but like, you know, Keith Lee should be like the end goal right now for, especially for Adam Cole. Like, he's a perfect guy to take the belt off Adam Cole.
He really is.
Either him or Matt Riddle.
You had the Io Shirai segment.
Oh,
this entrance hurt my eyes.
Fix it now.
Guys, if you don't know, I suffer from epilepsy. I've been having it since basically when I was born, because my mom fucked my dad who has epilepsy. So now I have epilepsy, which means I have to limit my lifestyle so I won't have seizures for the time being. And when I knew this entrance was going to be triggering, so I try my best not to watch it, but I looked up once and it was all over for me.
Dude, it got worse when she hit the ramp and got in the ring.
Yeah, like you thought the Titantron would be worse? No. When she gets in the ring, it's so bad.
Change this shit.
Change this shit now. Right fucking now. This has nothing to do with
Dude, I don't even have epilepsy, and this made my head hurt.
Yeah, it even fucked with me a little bit. I'm like, what the f is this?
Like, I knew it would be bad, but the minute Io got to the steps, it just got worse.
Yeah, I was
Go back to the old interest if you have to. This shit is just gonna, like, no.
Just have her come out to all black and no fucking strobe lights. Come on, man.
If you want a light, do like how Cesaro and Sheamus did it. Have one big bright ass light.
I mean, it's annoying, but it's better than this.
Yeah, because at least you won't be putting people into seizures.
You just hurt their eyes a little bit, but that's okay.
That took me out to her promo, and I was like, I just don't care at this point. Like, I'm gonna need a minute because I couldn't even properly focus on her and her promo.
So I actually had no idea epilepsy was genetic. I know that now.
Yep, it's genetic.
Didn't know.
Yeah, change this entrance, man. You gotta change this. Like Triple H, do you want your fans to go into seizures? Do you want to get sued?
I swear, man. You know how many lawsuits you can get out of this, fam?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't care about the well-being of your fans, do you care about money? I assume you do. It's money.
Do you want me to not care about Io as a heel now? Because now I'm not about to care about her at that point.
Damn, man.
Like, bro, we can't even get through the entrance. How the hell you want us to get by?
Jesus, man. I mean, it was almost like even the Ascensions. Remember when the Ascension were in NXT? Even their entrance wasn't that bad.
Yeah, like they had the blinking lights, But the thing is, they didn't blink like Eos blinked. Like they did, like it was slow. Like theirs was just slow.
Right. Yeah. This was just wow. So yeah.
Then you had Shayna Baszler being interviewed backstage, basically talking about Mia and her comments last week, and she just basically just like Mia isn't a threat to her and all that
I have a
stuff.
quick question. It has nothing to do with Shayna, but it has to do with NXT. Do you like the style of interviews they do, where instead of here's this person interviewing this person, they do almost like how the NBA does with like multiple reporters?
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot better than what the main roster does.
I like it.
I also dig when NXT and the main roster sometimes when they do like the UFC style press conferences with the tables.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When they did it after WrestleMania with the Shield, WrestleMania 30, I remember because Dean Ambrose was literally dead.
No, I think that was Payback.
That was what?
I think that was the Payback pay-per-view because that was after.
No, that was after WrestleMania. I remember it. It was after.
Are you sure? Because I swear they did that when after they faced Evolution.
Maybe they did both. Maybe I'll look it up. You're probably right. Yeah.
Also, we had the Velveteen Dream being interviewed.
This press conference. The Dream did not approve that question. Next question.
Daddy.
That's an excellent question, Queen Kathy, and I love that you. But with all love and respect, I'm gonna have to ask you to relax, Queen Kathy. Oh, like, bro. Ladies, get you a man that looks at you the way Velveteen Dream looked at Kathy Kelly when she asked her question.
Why is this man so perfect?
Like, bro, did you see the smile when he realized Kathy Kelly was asking him the question?
He's like, oh yeah.
He's like, oh my queen, Queen Kathy.
Queen Kathy in the question. I'll definitely answer this one.
Oh my god. Yo, I love this press conference.
I love Velveteen Dream.
I don't want Velveteen Dream to lose North American title unless
Shane Strickland. Yeah, Shane Strickland. He's the only one I'll accept.
Dude, fuck the Undisputed Era holding all the titles. They do not need all the titles.
No, we do not need Roderick Charisma Vacuum Strong to hold that title.
Just give all the titles to Dream.
I swear. Honestly, like Asia had been saying, like he should have been the one to take the belt off Ciampa.
Yeah, like at first I was cool with it because Ciampa's reign, and I knew they were leading it to Gargano, but then Gargano got injured, so.
No, Ciampa got injured.
I'm sorry, Ciampa got injured.
Yeah, Ciampa injured his fucking neck. That's why that happened.
So in hindsight, yeah, Dream should have won. Dang. But yeah, like good episode of NXT. Is there anything else in this?
So I mean, it gets a 7 out of 10 at best.
Yeah, no Bianca.
Why did you want to see Bianca Belair murder Xia Li a week after she murdered?
Because I want her on the show.
Yo, we need time to chill after that murder we saw last week, okay?
No, I want.
We need time to readjust.
She wants to smoke. She wants to smoke. That's what it is.
Besides, we didn't get one women's match on the show.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that. But I did not want to see poor Xia Li get murdered. I did not want to see her get murdered this week.
Javers, we're gonna see it eventually.
Well, I'd rather see it next week. Well, that way I'm prepared.
Okay. Fair enough.
I wasn't prepared. I'm not prepared to see 2 murders. God damn it.
And so, yeah, we had Street Profits defending their titles against Owen Looking and Danny Burch and
really
Kane in a very great match. And then Undisputed Era challenged them afterwards. And that's how you end NXT.
Yeah, NXT was pretty good.
The Street Profits are legit as fuck, man.
Dude, Street Profits are
they are like this tag team. I knew it would work with them being tag team champions, but man, it is really working, man. They do not need to lose those titles so soon. Keep them on for like a few months at least.
I know, right?
At least to maybe I'd say to November. I think would be perfect.
Yeah, and I would say they could possibly lose them to TF61, but I keep forgetting TF61 ain't a team no more.
They ain't here. Honestly, Would you be honestly? Either have it be it can't be Lorcan and Birch. Fuck the Forgotten Sons. Would you be cool with like a makeshift team of like some of the breakout tournament guys?
I wouldn't mind.
That'd be
Hell,
cool.
Maybe,
if it's swerving Jordan Miles, dude, I'll be for that.
Oh, dude, like, that would be fucking amazing. Like something like that. Because they don't really have. Because since War Raiders left, they have Undisputed Era, Street Profits, Forgotten Sons, Lorcan and Birch, and then is that it?
I think that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Damn, man, that tag division is
So that ladder match was all of their tag teams.
Yup.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's low-key sad. But yeah.
Low-key? Bro, that's hockey sad.
That's hockey sad. Well, that's what happens when you have the War Raiders relinquish the fucking belt. But anyways, that was NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the Enzo thing.
No. No.
What should we talk about? Oh, wait, should we just get into the discussion right now? Daniel Bryan over Shawn Michaels?
No, let's say that to the end.
Oh, okay.
Becky Lynch went to a event with Seth Rollins. No, not the event. Not the ESPYs. She went to an event with Seth Rollins, and it was like she looks beautiful.
Becky.
Becky.
Rebecca.
Bro, she out here putting her foot on our necks, fam.
Rebecca, man. I get it. There's no rest for the man, but man, can you please not rest your fucking foot on my throat?
Hey, Seth Rollins, if you ever mess that up, fam, I'm going to be on your
I don't know, man. He seems in love.
He did this thing for Becky in which he like ordered like someone to draw or paint a Pearl Jam.
Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam. Because he knows that Becky Lynch's one of her weaknesses is definitely Pearl Jam because she is in love with Pearl Jam. Seth Rollins is in love with that woman. They did an interview talking about how if Becky Lynch, talking about maybe the potential of Becky Lynch going to UFC, and Becky's like, hell yeah, Becky 2 Sports. I'll take on Amanda Nunes. Well, I don't think she said Amanda Nunes.
No, she did not want to smoke with Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, you don't. Becky, I love you, but you do not want to smoke with Amanda Nunes.
At the house she did Holly Holm over the weekend. Oh no, nobody want that type of smoke.
Yeah. Shout out to Amanda. Go.
Nobody want those
saying, like if you tell me I can't do UFC, I'll fucking do UFC. And they even asked Rollins like Seth, I'm guessing you're not okay with this. You're not cool with this. Like no, yeah, let her do it. Take over the world. Seth Rollins is being supportive. They had a lot of like back and forths. Seth got shut down by Becky because Seth, I guess, said like all of the nominees for the ESPYs deserve to win the award because it was Roman beating Cancer, Becky Lynch winning the title, Ronda winning the title, and then Kofi winning the title. First of all,
here's how I would rank them. Roman beating Cancer, Kofi winning the WWE title, Becky winning the women's main event, and then Ronda.
No,
I only put Kofi above Becky because he's the first pure black man to win the WWE championship.
I would do that
and
too.
the 11-year struggle because Randy Orton decided to be a bitch.
But here's how it actually is. Number 1, Roman, and then everyone else. There's no comparing.
Exactly.
There's no comparing.
Because here's the thing. Roman beating an actual disease that could have killed him over everyone else that was scripted to win something.
Okay. It's kayfabe, and then there's beating death.
Exactly. There's winning a championship, and then there's looking death in the face and giving it the good old Superman punch, spear combo, and winning the 3.
He did it within 4 months' time and came back for Mania, and now about to be in the Hobbs and Shaw movie that's about to premiere tomorrow. Like,
oh God, I have to watch that movie,
dude.
The movies now, man.
There's no comparison.
Is Roman Reigns
the won? There was no default. Like Roman was your default answer to win, and he did win. Apparently, Becky came second to him,
which is wild. That is wild. I thought Kofi would have came second.
And people wonder why Roman Reigns is the face as one of the faces of the company because he's a fucking machine.
I legit thought Kofi would have been second, and that's no disrespect to Becky.
Yeah, no.
I
Apparently,
mean,
it was
it is
him.
Becky.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
apparently it was him and Becky. They were the finalists, and then
but I mean, again, who came in dead last?
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda.
Good.
Thank God. I was about to say, bro, if Ronda was ahead of Kofi, I would have been mad.
Oh, I'd be pissed. I'd be so
Is,
pissed.
so
Because
is
because that moment Ronda winning the title, I mean, it was cute, but it wasn't like groundbreaking.
It wasn't even a good match.
But Kofi
5
Kingston
minutes.
is the first African black man to become WWE champion. That is inspirational to all black children right there.
Mm-hmm.
I would have said Ronda making her WrestleMania debut was more groundbreaking than her winning the title.
Main eventing.
Yeah, exactly.
Main eventing.
Because her winning the title, we knew that was happening. Because look who she faced.
Alexa Bliss. Come on, man. The match was like 5 minutes.
You could have said
Wow, it was 5 minutes?
her main eventing Evolution. You could have put that up
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Roman a metahuman?
Roman is not human.
Nah.
Like, is Roman a metahuman? Like, that's the
He's not
question.
human. He's a big.
Honestly, I've just been thinking Roman has like a stash of Sensu beans somewhere.
He's a big dog.
He's a Superman.
Dash of sensu beans, or he's got Hashirama Senju DNA.
Oh God, Roman Reigns has the Hashirama cells. He knows the wood style.
You remember that?
Speaking of Becky, congratulations to Becky Lynch since she is the first day superstar to be on the ESPN.
Yes.
And yes, dum dum. She is the first WWE woman to be on the cover, not Ronda, because that happened 5 years before she signed with the company.
5 years before. That's my girl. That's my girl making history. Oh man, isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. Those the shiny pants too. What the fuck? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's wild. She's the first WWE superstar period to be on the cover.
Becky has had 1 day off this week from media. One.
She was doing Raw. Then she was at the that event with Stephanie Self. Then she was at the ESPYs with Roman Self and Kofi. Then she did the VidCon today.
Man, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just couldn't with these people cropping out Seth Rollins, just showing Becky and Roman together. Like, yeah.
It's like, God, that Roman is married and has a child.
And have you seen Roman's wife?
Yo, Roman's wife.
It's not even that. It's just you got the two biggest faces in the company in Roman and Becky, and then their self.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, Seth is like the odd person out by default.
And he's the Universal Champion.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Seth. I love you, and you seem like a cool dude, and you're cool with Becky. But I'll never stop making fun of you for being Becky's bitch. It's great.
Dang, man, Seth really is like, man, how come they don't love me, man?
I don't even think it's that. I think he wants to be like, he just wants Becky to be like in front of him.
Yeah, because honestly, I believe that him and Becky been friends long before they started dating.
Oh, they have.
He's just like, you know what? You deserve all the attention you're getting, so I'm gonna step to the side and let you have all the attention.
Seth knows, man. Seth is great.
So if Becky is Penny, does that make Seth Leonard? Or
Leonard? Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, as much as I make fun of Seth, shout out to Seth Rollins for being awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real. Although there was some footage, some hidden footage up there.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't want to know.
You got a little handsy, squeezy.
No.
Shut up.
Okay.
No. Shut up.
Okay. Damn, y'all are.
So, Shawn Michaels.
So then we get to the debate.
Here we go. Well, so I believe it was 2 days ago. I was just like, I was chatting with Adrian. You know what? We were talking about Dana Bryan. We're talking about all this stuff. You know what? I feel like pissing people off. And I was like, maybe it'll piss people off, and maybe it'll just flop. I'm like, okay, 3, 2, 1. Dana Bryan over Shawn Michaels. And most people were agreeing with me. And I was honestly surprised. I had one person saying, you're funny. But then I kept checking my Twitter, and everyone kept talking about it. And then Asia, you showed me something today.
Yeah,
What was
like
that?
it was like this podcast from one of my mutuals on Twitter, and they were like, "Hot take: It's Daniel Bryan greater than Shawn Michaels."
Cliff, what did you start?
I started a war. I started a debate. Daniel Bryan or Shawn Michaels?
Daniel Bryan.
The Heartbreak Kid or the American?
I'll be 100% honest. Daniel Bryan.
All right. Well, let's break this down. Let's talk about this. If we're gonna do an actual debate on who's the better one, do you want to break this down into like categories here? Obviously, I think in ring work and consistency should be like the first one.
Right.
Promos, charisma, longevity. Although with Daniel Bryan, we don't know how long he's going to stay, so maybe we should take that one out.
I mean,
Keep it.
Yeah, you can keep it in because Daniel and Shawn actually had a similar thing with that.
Where they kind of
because remember, Shawn Michaels had that
4-year hiatus, yeah.
In the coffin match with Taker on.
Yeah, with the back injury, and Bryan had the concussion thing, yeah.
Yeah, and, so keep it. Yeah.
And we are going to go by professionalism, which, I mean, spoiler alert, Daniel wins at that.
Oh, Daniel wins that. He's
close.
The Mania matches, too.
That one I'll give to Shawn, but we'll get to that later. I think the only one that Shawn will beat him in is Mania matches, so I'm going to start with that. Because, honestly, when you look at Dan Bryan, and not really to a fault of his own, he hasn't really had that many great WrestleMania matches when you really look.
You have 18 seconds, which pretty much start his push. Then you have
WrestleMania 29 was the tag match with Dolph Ziggler and Big E versus Team Hell No. Forgettable. Forgettable.
30
which was awesome.
Which he competed in 2 matches, by the way.
2 matches.
He opened the show and closed the show.
Beat Evolution, which barely anyone during Triple H's reign of terror could ever do.
Yeah.
And while you're naming these, I'm going to look up Shawn Michaels' WrestleMania. I remember most of his WrestleMania matches, but I'm just going to do it in order just in case.
Then you have 31, where he won the IC title in the ladder match.
Yes.
Then he wasn't involved in 32, 33.
He was involved in 34 in that tag match, which honestly was not that great.
It wasn't that great until Bryan got involved.
Yeah, until Bryan got tagged in and that pop.
But I even felt the fans were not that hot for it.
What I mean?
I mean, they were hot, but they weren't like crazy for it.
It makes sense of like they had to put him in a tag match. It was his first time back, and they didn't want him going all crazy, so it was, like they kind of had to like put him on a leash for that match.
Yeah.
But
all right. Meanwhile, you want me to go to Shawn Michaels? First of all, try to give me a guess on how many matches Shawn Michaels has had at WrestleMania.
9. Let me see.
All you give me a number.
Let me see. 9,
10.
Brandon?
Well, I'm trying to count how many manias he's been in. He was at 9. He was at 10 because that was the match between him and Brett. He was at.
Okay, this is gonna take forever. Just take a guess. Right.
Yes.
14.
I said.
So 10, 13, and 14. No, 17. I'm not gonna go over all 17 matches because the first 2 are tag matches, which were decent but not great. The first 3 were. So I'm gonna start with Shawn Michaels defeats El Matador, decent. Tatanka, meh, and then we get to the good ones. Okay, Razor versus Shawn in the ladder match, iconic match. Shawn versus Diesel, it was a good match, but the ending sucked. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, iconic match, a little overrated, but iconic match.
Way too long.
Shawn Michaels versus Steve Austin, really good match, and it especially gives credibility to Shawn because he was goddamn so hurt at the time.
And that's the thing too, is Shawn Michaels apparently had the drug problem around that time.
The drug problem and the back injury. I mean, Asia, we watched the match. You saw how much pain Shawn was in, right? Like it was ridiculous, but he still put on a good match somehow.
Yeah, and was rumored to not even want to put Austin over until Taker threatened him, saying, "If you don't put him over, I'm beating your ass after the show."
Oh god! But after that, Shawn Michaels takes the fucking cake because every other match is great. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, The triple threat match between Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Benoit.
That never gets talked about because of obvious reasons.
Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. One of the best matches ever.
I watched that this morning. My God.
Shawn versus Vince. One of the best matches of Vince. Probably Vince's best match. John Cena versus Shawn Michaels. Really good. Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels. Legendary. Taker Shawn. There you go. Like, Shawn Michaels wins that.
Okay.
But everything else.
Then you compare their styles and how they transform themselves throughout inside the ring.
Bryan wins that easily.
Bryan wins that because Bryan, he can convert to any style in wrestling.
I mean, the guy.
He's worked a technical style for years. He's worked the high flying style. He's worked babyface. All that stuff. I mean, Shawn Michaels is versatile as well. I mean, I've seen Shawn Michaels wrestle Mankind in a hardcore match, and he can pull out the hardcore shit. I remember he can pull out the technical wrestling. Shawn can do it all as well, but I don't think he has quite the versatility that Daniel Bryan has.
If you stop and think about it, Shawn is a prototype Young Buck.
Ew.
If that makes sense.
Nah.
Ew.
Yeah, well, no, thank God. I mean that's cool and all.
Because of the super kicks and like even the gear to an extent.
Yes. Yeah.
But
I mean,
then you compare their face work.
I have another thing before we get to that. Also, we have to go with their in-ring styles, how they adapt between being a face and a heel. And Shawn Michaels works the same way, whether he's face or heel.
Right.
Well, damn, we'll switch it up. So I gotta give it to Bryan.
Okay. So then you compare their face work and then their heel work.
Face work, Daniel Bryan wins easily.
Yes.
Shawn Michaels as a face in 1996 was not working.
Even when he was a face, like coming off, like I feel like
when he came back, he was over.
I feel like when he came back from his injury, he was good, and then the DX stuff happened, and then like the later half, like the last few years, 2008, when he was facing Taker, that when he was a great face, but like from when he. Like the middle portion, he wasn't. It was like just him being the show still.
Yeah, because
he was over as fuck though. I mean, he was still over his baby face. Although there were times where he did get booed, and he got booed against Kurt Angle
because he came back. But other than that,
I will say he got booed against Kurt Angle at Mania. Obviously, he would get booed anywhere he went in Canada.
Mainly Montreal.
Montreal ate him alive.
And not to mention
heel work, and Shawn Michaels is an incredible heel, but right now Daniel Bryan is starting to etch up on him as well.
Not to mention, I gotta duck some points off for Shawn for that period of 2006-2008 with the DX, because 2006-2008 DX was not good.
It was it was 2007 actually.
2007.
But yeah, like it was 2006 to 2007, and then they came back in 2009, 2010.
Yeah, 2009, 2010 DX.
That was the bad one. That was the one with Hornswoggle in it.
Yeah, I gotta duck some points off for Shawn.
Yeah, man. Yeah, honestly, the best thing that happened for him at that point in time when he reformed DX was when Triple H tore his quad, because that was when he had the series with John Cena.
Right.
And he gave John Cena his best matches.
Which somehow his matches with Cena still end up being underrated.
It's ridiculous. Yep. Especially the one on Raw. Are you kidding me? The 60-minute
The one where they went in a straight up hour.
I mean, I don't know, Asia. I don't know if you would like that, because I know you don't like long matches, but.
So then you gotta compare their promos.
I feel like both of them at one point. Reactions. I feel like they both got better over time, because I remember Shawn was kind of meh as a promo, and then he would get better. I might have to get the edge to Bryan on here too.
I mean, the one promo I can't really name like too many Shawn promos that stand out except for the O Canada one.
Okay, when I think of standout Shawn Michaels promos, the first one is the one in Montreal in 2005. Easily.
Oh, I was definitely about to say that one.
He
trolled the shit out of Montreal.
It was beautiful. It was fucking incredible.
Like, dude, the pop they had when they heard Bret Hart's music, and then Bret never showed out, and then Shawn Michaels was like, "Didn't get what you expected there, did ya?"
Oddly enough, one of his best promos came at the Slammy Awards, and it was the one where he was accepting it for Undertaker Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, and when he called out Taker when he wanted the rematch, he's like, he looked at the award, and he just looked at it. He's like, you know what, Undertaker? I can beat you. I want a rematch. And we never heard a thing from Taker until about like close to Elimination Chamber that year. He was like, nah.
Easily the best Slammies promo of all time.
That was really...
Like, because I remember that whole feud. Taker just looked at Shawn Michaels and was like, I beat you already. I don't need to beat you again. And Shawn Michaels was like, okay, so you don't want to do this willingly. Okay, I'll make you face me at WrestleMania then. I'll
screw you out of the world title, bitch.
Like, bro, this man popped out from the damn chamber. How long was he under that ring?
Then you have to compare how they did in the main event scene.
Well, wait, no, we didn't say who won the promo battle though.
Oh, okay.
Bryan.
I say Bryan. I say
Bryan now.
But I'm gonna have to say Bryan.
Not even just now.
No, with Daniel Bryan, you have like the promo where he came back from the injury. Obviously is iconic.
Dude, fight for your dreams. Your dreams will fight for you. That still motivates me.
The promo after he turned heel after Survivor Series.
Yes.
His takeover on Raw.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Like, man, and this is all later. Daniel Bryan. Like, I feel like if Daniel Bryan did retire in 2016, this would be a different conversation.
Yes, I feel it's been like. Really, if he didn't turn heel, I feel like
because he was kind of floundering as a face for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He was floundering, man.
And the thing is, Daniel Bryan knew that, so that's why he decided a change needed to happen.
And it helps that Vince actually has trust in him. Like, he's one of the few people that Vince has trust in that he can give. Like, when you have trust in Daniel Bryan, he'll give you good shit.
Then you have to compare how they did in the main event scene.
I mean, okay, how many world titles did Shawn win?
Okay, so we're going by accolades?
Sure.
Yes.
I think Shawn's going to beat that.
And did they succeed, like, being in the main event?
Yes.
Now,
both men have succeeded in the main event.
Now, should we bring in ratings?
No.
No, because I was going to say, Shawn Michaels...
No, because both guys did bad in ratings when they were the top guy.
Right, yeah, because I mean, let's be real. Shawn Michaels in 1996, he was not the main reason why people weren't watching WWF.
Bro, the ratings were so bad they took the belt off him and put it on fucking Sid Vicious.
On fucking Sid, and did that help anything?
That's how you know it's bad. They put the belt on Sid.
The heel Sid Vicious was over as fucking MSG, and they hated Shawn.
Oh, bro.
That's why I'm saying again, the babyface Daniel Bryan, no comparison, because Shawn Michaels. Before the return, he was the worst babyface ever.
Yeah,
he was an arrogant prick. No one liked him.
He only got cheered when he went to San Antonio for Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
and even not even the whole crowd rooted for him.
Yeah.
Some of the crowd rooted for Sid. A good 25% of that crowd was cheering for Sid.
It's like we don't claim him.
It's like, bro, we don't claim this man. Whose man is this?
This guy got beat up by a fucking Marine. I don't give a fuck about this guy.
They was like, whose man's is this?
Whose man's is this? The assless chaps and the cowboy hat. Get this man out.
Oh yeah, Daniel Bryan all the way.
And now we have to talk about their professionalism and them making stars. Oh,
easily Daniel Bryan because
let's talk about Shawn Michaels' professionalism. First of all, does it exist?
Here's one of the leading examples. Vader. Harry Vader.
Move, asshole.
He works too stiff.
To work, and you want to know the worst one?
Immediately.
You want to know the worst one? Davey Boy Smith.
Oh.
It's like, didn't like his mother pass away? Like someone passed away.
His mom had
no,
cancer.
his sister. No, it was his sister.
Had cancer.
Like, okay,
Here was the thing. It was their first pay-per-view in
England.
Where was he from?
London.
London, England. It was for the European title. Davey Boy versus Brett. I mean,
this
Shawn.
First of all, this is the beginning of DX, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here's the original plan was for Davey Boy to win. Davey Boy knew this, so he went on the radio show beforehand and dedicated the match to his sister, who was battling cancer, who was there in the front row. But at the very last minute, Shawn Michaels went to Vince McMahon and convinced him to change the outcome for him to beat Davey Boy so he could be a Grand Slam champion.
And then attacked him after the match and damn near caused a riot.
Yep. In front of his sister, who was battling cancer.
He like made fun of his sister too.
Yeah, made a reference to a blowjob in front of his sister and wife.
Fuck Shawn Michaels back then, man.
So I gotta ask Undertaker a question real quick. Why isn't it you were the locker room leader at the time? Why didn't you give this boy the hands sooner?
You should have given him the hands after that, man.
I know Brendan was ready to give him the hands.
So I mean, SummerSlam 2005, he either ruined that match with Hogan,
No, that was on Hogan. That was Hogan.
See, I me and Asia, so like we always say that's justified, and Asia's agrees, but again, like Asia even brought this up, like you of all people are gonna bitch about someone politicking their way.
Yeah, like Sean, like I get it, Sean. But at the same time, number one, you're going against one of the biggest politicians in wrestling.
It's like you think you're good at stuff. Hold my mustache, brother.
And the amount of people you screwed over in the 90s while you was on top. I mean, so it's like, Sean, you have no room to complain. Sit your ass down.
Small problem with that, Asia. As many people as Shawn Michaels screwed over in the 90s, it doesn't compare to how many people Hogan has screwed over in the 80s.
What Shawn Michaels did was kids play. That was child's play.
That was child's play compared to Hogan.
Here's how a real politician does it, bitch.
I swear, it's like, this is how a real politician does it, brother.
You're an asshole and you're a backstage politician. You get yourself over. Hold my pasta bruise, brother.
Hogan shut down a union.
Exactly. Jesse Ventura wanted to start a union to get the other guys health insurance and health benefits. He went to Hogan because he knew if he had Hogan on his side, that would bring in everybody. What did Hogan do? Snitch to Vince.
It was the biggest mistake he could have ever made.
And when Vince shut it down, Ventura asked, "How did you find out?" Vince looked Ventura right in the eyes and said, "Hogan told me."
Snitch and bitch. My meal ticket told me, and that's why I'm going to push him to the moon, because he's honest to me, Vince McMahon. I love Hogan.
Here's another one. Hogan was the prosecution's star witness in the steroid trial, but the minute he got on the stand, he lied.
Oh, he did. He lied on fucking Arsenio Hall. Like, yeah.
So,
meanwhile, Randy Savage didn't lie. He said he tried it once.
So,
and he didn't like it. I don't exactly believe that either. But
dude, to this day, I'm convinced him and Macho and Hogan never resolved anything. To this day, Macho still hated Hogan's guts.
It's still insulting that Hogan inducted Savage. That's fucking insulting.
So, is that it? Like, we looked at
meanwhile, should we look at Daniel Bryan's resume?
Yeah.
The most selfless fucking guy. He will put Kane over. He'll put everyone. He put Otis over.
Yeah.
He put
over Cass.
Oh my God, you're right. He put over Cass.
He put over Big Cass.
He will, if you give him anything, he doesn't care. He just wants to make it the best content possible. He just loves wrestling. I'm not saying Daniel Bryan's never used politics. I'm sure he's done it.
Yeah, mainly to get out of the Saudi Arabia show.
Well, yeah. See, Bryan's
I think that's possibly the only time he's used it.
Are a little bit different. Priorities are a bit different.
Politics in wrestling is a lot like the Force. There's a light side and a dark side. Daniel Bryan strictly uses the light side.
Right.
Shawn Michaels, on the other hand.
Now, and here's my biggest question. If Kofi Kingston was in 1997, do you ever think that Shawn would have put him over?
Oh, hell no.
Hell no. Kofi Mania would not exist.
Kofi Mania would have died immediately.
We would have had Mania 19.
You saw how long it took when Randy Orton killed it.
Yeah. Dude, like, Shawn Michaels did not give a single fuck about, what makes perfect sense, what makes business sense. It's about me.
No, not just him. The clique.
Oh yeah, because remember he was supposed to go over Diesel at Mania 11, but he said no, my buddy Diesel, he needs a longer run, man. He deserves a longer run. Like he'll stick up for his friends. If it's who's that, like Jean Pierre Lafitte?
Yeah, that was a thing.
Wrestler that like Sean basically ran out of the business.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Sean. That was it.
So yeah, Daniel Bryan by a landslide. That. What else did we hit? I think overall charisma, I think I'll give Sean.
Yeah.
Like over top personality, I'll give Sean.
Mm.
And then is there anything else? I think we basically like Bryan hits all the fucking categories, man.
Yep.
Yeah, like I mean, again, like I said, it's comparing a 10 to an 11. I'm not throwing shade to Sean, even though I did post that one picture, which was uncalled for.
I want to know what people in the chat are saying. Who they think.
I need to go get my phone real quick. You guys can check real quick.
The last time I saw all Chiefin said, the last time I saw the Chiefin was just saying like, as good as Sean and they were, they paled the comparison to ZSJ when it comes to technical wrestling, and I was just like, bro, ZSJ couldn't even get the Dallas crowd to get it.
About that. Well, I wanted to say that. Well, Jonathan Gresham hasn't beat at that though, so.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like ZSJ and all, but he couldn't even get the Dallas crowd excited for his match with Sonata.
Woo!
And that is saying something.
Damn, everyone. Yeah, no one's in here right now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Y'all suck.
Yeah, we're not over. We're
not over. We're never over.
Mm-hmm.
But we've almost went 3 hours. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or is there anything that we're missing?
I want to talk about Tessa Blanchard.
Oh
yeah, she main evented Slammiversary.
She didn't know until basically the day of that she was main eventing against Sami Callihan.
Dude, as far as like independent women's wrestlers go, dude, Tessa's doing everything.
She's the GOAT right now.
I'm saying that she's in my top 5 women's wrestlers right now in my book.
With good reason.
The first female in Impact Wrestling to main event a pay-per-view, and the first like intergender match to main event a pay-per-view.
Gail Kim never did that. Awesome Kong never did that.
Never, no.
Karen Terrell Curso didn't do that.
Yeah, now the caveat is Kong and Gail Kim main evented a match, main evented the show, but it was that Impact. It wasn't a pay-per-view.
Right. That's different.
And you want to know the weird thing about this? This was a spot originally meant for Eli Drake.
Think
about that! This was originally supposed to be for Eli Drake.
Geez.
Damn, so Eli Drake was going to main event pay-per-view?
Oh boy! I know Eli Drake is kicking himself for that mess.
Would you consider this an upgrade?
Yes.
I like Eli Drake, but yeah.
I don't like Eli Drake, but yeah.
Oh man. Bro, like I was thinking about that the other day, and I thought to myself, wait a minute. This was supposed to be Eli Drake's spot, wasn't it? I thought, if only Eli Drake had shut up and just went on with the match. But no.
If only The Rock would come out there and bury him Billy Gunn style.
But no, Eli Drake had to let the misogyny out for 1 minute.
And a lot of people are also complaining that Sami Callihan won. Your thoughts on that?
At first, I was upset because it was like, God damn it, Impact.
Yeah, but I watched the aftermath of it. He gave her the ring. He gave her her bat. He gave her that announcement like, yeah, here, have the ring to yourself, and went to the back and let Tessa have her moment. So.
Mm-hmm.
The star after the match was not Sami Callihan. It was Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah, and the reports going around, or the rumor is that Tessa, she is going to have a big match at, what is it, Bound for Glory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
bro, I'm predicting it right now. She's winning the world title at Bound for Glory. Watch.
I mean, how can she top main eventing a intergender match on their biggest one of their
winning the world title
in the main event?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, because hasn't she fought Brian Cage before?
Yeah.
Yeah, her and Cage have gone to war before.
And that Russell Circus match. Have you guys seen that Russell Circus match? It's fucking
Wasn't
awesome.
that the one where
And
she
here's the
said that
thing:
to
I
him?
don't even think Cage is going to be the champion going into Bound for Glory. I think they're going to find a way to put it on Elgin.
Speaking of Brian Cage,
But Elkins, I think he's going to face Rhino because Rhino interfered in the match. Not interfered, but
Spirit him out, spirit him.
I'm sorry.
Cage beat Elgin clean, and then Elgin got pissed off, and so then a masked person who basically gored, God damn it, what's his Elgin, and then that was it.
But for some reason, like the whole thing with Elgin attacking people afterwards, I believe he's going to force himself into another rematch. Like, cause I see him threatening Don Callis to power bomb him off the stage or something. Like power bomb somebody off the stage to make Don Callis be like, "All right, we'll give you another match with Cage." That's what I see. That's personally what I see. I see Elgin forcing the issue.
Right.
You lost clean. You gonna pull the EO?
Basically.
Ew.
I know, ill, and plus, Elgin winning a world championship in 2019. Huh?
Jesus.
If you're gonna put the belt on him, you might as well have put the belt on him at Slammiversary. Now it's like you just lost clean, dude. Like get over it.
I swear, like, bro, at least earn it in a number one contenders match. You're just gonna force it by threatening to hurt or threatening to beat up the faculty.
Oh, man. Can I talk about a few more things? First of all, you mentioned Brian Cage earlier. I got to bring up my local promotion, Bar Wrestling. Brian Cage decided to give the fans a little bit of a treat.
What?
Yeah, it was his bachelor party since he was getting married to Melissa Santos, and he decided to give Tessa Blanchard, Kiera Hogan, Scarlett Bordeaux, and Su Yung lap dances.
He attempted to give Su Yung a lap dance.
Yeah.
But I will say this, Asia, he is much better at giving lap dances than Peyton Royce did.
It was all going well for Cage until they got to Su Yung, and Su Yung was not having it.
No, she lifted one leg up, and then Cage was like taking her like tassel off, like all sexy, and then missed to the eye.
And then missed. Get your hands off me.
Get your hands off Sue.
So don't play that game, man. She's not about it.
The only person that she lets that do her the only person she gets permission to do that to her is Rick Swann.
And I have one more thing I have to bring up.
Okay.
I'm end it here because I see it on my screen. This Hangout on Air is live. Hangouts on Air is going away August 1st.
Oh, brother, we're screwed.
Uh-huh.
Meaning what?
So,
which means we're getting buried.
We're gonna be done. Apparently, if this actually happens. And they say for quick streaming, try youtube.com/webcam. Guys, can we just say right now, Google. Yeah, I mean, first of all, you're not listening to us. You're a fucking billion dollar company.
Google's on that whole shit.
This doesn't just affect us. This affects John. This affects
John and Ash and them.
Yep.
Every platform.
So many podcasts out there. Does this affect Sean Ross Sapp too?
Yeah, they do because they use it too.
Like, so basically everyone except Wrestling Observer. Oh, fantastic.
Oh God! Oh God!
Because yeah, remember they have their own studio, and I'm sure Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer are probably together. So yeah. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Skype, right? Though, right?
I think we could try it, but guys, like, I'm sure I'm not even gonna try to start a hashtag like "Hey, keep hangouts." They're not gonna listen.
No.
Yeah, because all Google cares about is keeping money.
Like, I mean, if everyone tried, I'm sure it could work, but I don't think everyone's gonna try. I don't think everyone cares because the only people that care are people like us.
Yeah, and when it comes to John Ashton, I think they had to find another way to use a way to still stream on YouTube.
They've already been using Twitch, so they'll probably just use that.
Yeah, but I think they have been using something else to stream on YouTube.
Oh, we can. I mean, we can find a way. I'll try to find a way if it happens. I mean, it might not happen. They're saying it's going away, but you never know.
I mean, it's just like the whole thing with iTunes, because people were saying iTunes was going to get, they were going to get rid of, Apple was going to get rid of the iTunes store, but it never.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Apple probably forgot.
Bro.
Bro.
And although I will say, though, if it is by August 1st, that means we will reach 50 episodes, at least. We're on episode 48 right now. Good Lord. I think we'll get to episode 51, I think. Yeah, we have 3 more until August 1st. But yeah, hey. I mean, we have 2 people in here now. So yeah, this might not last forever, so enjoy it while you can, I guess.
Guys, we had a good run.
Yeah, we had a longer run than we thought. But guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the questions as well. You guys are the best. Shout out to one more thing we didn't talk about. Shout out to Dano. Or did we talk about the Becky thing on Twitter?
No.
Yeah, because Dano was basically giving a thing. She's a super fan of Becky. That's very popular on Twitter. Basically saying, Bex, we love you and all, but get rid of that fucking profile pic of you merged with Seth Rollins' face. It's giving us nightmares. God damn it. And then Becky actually responded saying, let's make a deal. Give me one picture that I'll use for 1 week as my profile. Deal? And then Dano, being this, thinking she's such a genius, like, oh yeah, I'll use the picture of us together.
Becky used it, but she cropped Dano out.
Fucking savage.
Becky's like, okay, I see you. I'll top you. Crop.
And Dano's like, I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad. He played me.
Dana was out here living her best life, and people were upset.
And for some reason, they thought, oh man, look, Becky snapped to Dano because she's so annoyed that Dano's messaging. Dude, you do realize that she could just block her, right?
It's like some people are. It's like some people don't understand the concept of wrestlers actually tweeting their fans because their favorite wrestler does not acknowledge them.
It's almost like they don't understand what Twitter banter is like.
So, I apparently found out. This was posted back in 2018. I don't know how big this information is. Apparently, Google Hangouts is not shutting down, quote unquote, but the classic version is being replaced, and Google is not sharing when. All Hangouts users will be transitioned to Hangouts Chat and Hangouts Meet, just like enterprise users have been. And this came from VentureBeat.com.
Everything I've seen, it says like we're transferring that because remember the YouTube webcam thing is like sort of new. So basically, what it's saying is that it's going away, but it's gonna be like a different version of it.
I guess.
So like it's gonna be one of those wait and see things, I'm guessing. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up just in case TPA does go away because of Google's bullshit. I just want to give you guys a heads up right now.
I don't even think it's Google's bullshit. It's more like YouTube's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm
YouTube.
It's just the YouTube webcam thing, and they're probably just like, hey, we want to use our shit.
He's like, yeah, don't use. They're like, you know what? We're terminating our content because we want to use our new thing.
I mean,
that could possibly fail immediately.
I think it'd say cancel your like whole deal with Google in general. Be like, oh, you don't want to do that. Okay, are you sure you want to use Google?
I swear,
the most powerful fucking company in the world.
Nah, man, that's Disney.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, Google's close though. It's close. It's up there. It's in that upper echelon. Yeah, but yeah, just a heads up for you guys. But thank you guys for tuning in. I think we've covered everything. We went 3 hours. Y'all are the best. Everyone say goodbye to the crew.
Yeah, and to everybody that's staying down in New Orleans, man, y'all stay safe with this hurricane about to come through. Woo!
Oh yeah, and we've also had earthquakes here in California, but I think they're finally done now. That's cool. But yeah, the hurricane, and there was an earthquake in Seattle. That never fucking happened.
God is not pleased with us right now.
God is twerking.
The gods are not pleased, and we have Donald Trump and his gaggle of racists.
I mean, at least we're not like everyone else on Twitter just saying Mother Nature is twerking. People are weird.
Yeah.
People are very, very weird. But you guys have fun. You guys take care. TPA, Team Petty Asshole out. Recognize.